Hello, a very good morning. Welcome once again to the morning focus. On the morning focus, we did so many things. Earlier on, we brought you the news, the sports, and it's now time to turn our attention to other stories that is making headlines this morning. And our first place, before we dive into all the other stories, we want to begin the day by looking at the weather and its update. Right after that, we'll turn our attention to look at our scripture focus for this morning. So I want to thank all of you for joining us this morning on the morning focus. I want to invite you to keep your dial locked with us as we moved on this morning on the morning focus. Remember our phone numbers. You can also join us on 053-715 8638 is the numbers you can also join us. So I'll say good morning to you and good morning Ghana, good morning the rest of the world who view us through our social media handles on Mbn 360. Very good morning to every Tom, Dick and Harry this morning, and welcome to the morning focus on Mbn TV, your mega broadcasting network of the Aphrodite Multimedia. It's a brand new day and another opportunity to stay informed, inspired, and empowered. Thank you for choosing Mbn TV as your trusted companion this morning. I am El Samuels, and over the next few hours, we will bring you the stories shaping Ghana and also the world, insightful discussions on issues that matters most, expect analysis and conversation that gives every Ghanaian a voice. Today's edition is packed with our signature segment, including the front banner, where we tackle the biggest issue of the day. Then we go on the national policy focus, where we examine policies that affect our lives and development, national development. The scripture focus to nourish our faith, an African proverb, drawing timeless wisdom from the continent's rich heritage. We will also bring you the latest headlines, business and sports updates. And at 10 a.m., it is your turn to join the conversation during our live phone-in segment, where your views and opinions help shape the national dialogue. So wherever you are watching us from across Ghana and beyond, settle in and be part of the conversation. This is Morning Focus, where the news goes beyond the headlines and conversation inspires change. Every voice matters. So let's begin. Ready? Already we're going straight away to look at the various segments around. Like I said, we'll look at the weather, and straight when we look at the weather, we bounce into the studios and I bring you what is going on for the rest of the day. Exactly that is what we are going to do. The weather update will follow up. Then we'll bring you our scripture reading straight up with our scripture reading. Then after that, we head straight to look at the other segments of the show. And don't forget, today I'll be having two guests also joining me later on the show at 8 a.m. Kelvin, the man called Kelvin Wayo Tete from the Upper Menya Krobo, who speaks for the NDC, is part of the NDC communication team, will be joining this morning together with Nanaya Abrampa, will also be joining this morning. We're going to have a more conversation later on the show as we sojourn for God and for a country. And today being Wednesday, the environment is a very key for us as we move on this morning. The environment is also key for us. So we'll look at the environment. We'll look at all the other issues. Later on the show, I'll be joined by Bernard, and we'll all guide you through today's edition of the morning focus. But beyond that, let's look at the weather for this morning. What is the weather saying early this morning? Chances of isolated slight rains are expected for the coast and also the forest belt, whilst portions of the transition is also expected to have some rains as well. So all this is also cumulative to the happenings as we look at the weather and its updates for the morning. So the weather, the temperatures for the day. So when you're stepping out, you need to check out and also make sure you carry your umbrellas with you. When you think that it is not appropriate for you to drive your car, stop driving in a flooded road, just park somewhere safely because we need you. Meanwhile, mist and fog patches are expected to reduce visibility range during this period. As the day progresses, brief spells of sunshine are also anticipated to prevail for most places in the country, with a likelihood of thunderstorms and rains of varying intensity occurring over parts of the coast, the middle, and transition and northern sector. The coast minimum temperature is 23 degrees, a maximum of 32 degrees. The forest will experience 22 degrees minimum, maximum 32. Transition 22 degrees minimum, maximum 32. And northern, we're expecting some 25 degrees minimum and a maximum of 35 degrees. So that is it for our weather for this morning. I want to say a big thank you for joining us. We're grateful that you've taken time to be on this channel. I want to greet all the people across the 16 regions of the country where our signals are. We are grateful this morning. I've taken you through most of the things. Also remember that the wisdom is the foundation of a lasting success. Wisdom is the foundation of a lasting success. Wisdom is a principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And with all thy getting, the Bible says in Proverbs chapter 4, the verse 7, get understanding. Wisdom is a principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And with all thy getting, get understanding. Proverbs chapter 4, the verse 7 is one of my favorite scriptures. I love that. In all thy getting, get understanding. And that's how to welcome Bernard into the studios. A very good morning to you, Bernard Agbemo Eduji.
Morning, sir.
How are you doing?
Very good.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I hope everything is good. We thank God. Life, God has always been good. Well, so that is our word for this morning. We'll go deep into it, but this one is just by the way, right from the weather update, we look at the wisdom, the foundation of a lasting success. Wisdom is a principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And with all thy getting, get understanding. So it doesn't stop there. What do you make of the scripture? With all thy getting, get understanding. Oh my, oh my. That's a beautiful scripture, right?
Very beautiful. Wisdom and understanding go hand in hand. So that in all thy getting, everything you will get, make sure that you get understanding in addition. That is how I understand it. Don't go after everything and forget understanding and wisdom. So in all thy getting, get understanding. Wisdom is the principal thing. Wisdom is the most important thing. But scripture says that by wisdom the worlds were made. So we need wisdom in every aspect of our lives. This morning we were praying about wisdom, and the man of God was saying that you need wisdom to escape. Is it escape? Or to let some provocations slide, Otherwise, sometimes people push you to the mud, and you just become like them. But you need great wisdom to know when to just walk away. You need wisdom to know when to invest your money. You need wisdom to know when to go for your money. Yeah, so wisdom is the principal thing. We all need wisdom. You need wisdom to pay rent. I'm talking about the verb parenting, not the noun. You need wisdom to parent, to be a good parent, right? To nurture, to raise your children. You need wisdom to study in school. You need wisdom to say that if my parents are out there hustling, raising money, all I need to do is to call and say, Mom, I need money. Dad, I need money. They are hustling, doing all manner of things to put food on the table, to pay my fees. You need wisdom to say that I don't have to disappoint these ones. So I have to study hard, right, and build a future for myself. So yes, wisdom is the principal thing. We all need wisdom in this world, to do great things and be responsible. It is wisdom that will say that got an etukia. So no bufaswa ebe yiri afa nyina nti ento ball and got an uhia nyansa we entre o school nyansa wisdom. You need the wisdom to know that. You need wisdom to know that you don't eat contaminated food, otherwise you fall sick, right? So we all need wisdom. It is wisdom that will tell you that when you are crossing the road, look left, right, and left again before you cross the road. So we need wisdom. If not, you will not survive the world. The level at which you can go in this world, apart from knowing, you also need to know how to apply that knowledge. Yeah.
Quite interesting how to apply knowledge to get into that wisdom. Very importantly, you need wisdom to keep alive. You need wisdom to be what God wants you to be. But you see, you don't just acquire wisdom, you acquire understanding, which is very good, because you need understanding to apply that wisdom that God has given unto you. So in a world that often celebrates wealth, power, and also influence, God is reminding us that wisdom comes first. Money can be lost, positions can change, fame can fade, but wisdom equips a person that makes sound decisions, avoid unnecessary mistakes, and build a life that stands the test of time. Notice that the scripture does not simply say get wisdom. It says it adds with all thy getting, get understanding. It adds. It means that knowledge alone is not enough. Understanding is knowing how and when to apply what you know. A person may have information, but without understanding, that information can still lead to poor decisions. For individuals, wisdom guides relationships, finance, cares, career choices, and daily conduct. For leaders, wisdom promotes justice, accountability, and service above all self-interest. For nations, wise leadership produces peace, development, and prosperity. And whilst the absence of wisdom often leads to corruption, conflict, and decline. So today, before making important decisions, ask yourself, am I acting out of emotions, pressure, or genuine wisdom? True success begins with our choices. As a true success begins when our choices are directed by God's wisdom, rather than our feelings or circumstances. And that was one of the scriptures I was thinking throughout the morning on my way to the office. But let's go look at the scripture that was sent to us this morning to look at it. Yeah, the scripture that was sent for us to look at it is from the book of James, the chapter 4, the verse 8. Draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. Does that mean if you don't draw near to him, he will not draw near to you? James 4:8 said, draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. Wow. How do you draw near to God? It's to be servicing God, work with him, right? Now, God is just talking about maintaining a strong connection with God.
Yeah.
Draw near to him, he will draw near to you. Maintaining a strong connection with God. You know, our relationship with God is not meant to be occasional.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not meant to be occasional. It meant to continue. Just as a branch cannot survive apart from the tree, a believer cannot flourish apart from God. If you see it that way, it makes life easy. We were created not to mainly know about God. That's one thing. We were created not to mainly know about God, but to walk with Him daily. To walk with Him daily. A strong connection with God is built intentionally. It's strengthened through consistent prayer, meditation on His word, worship, obedience, and a heart that seeks His will above personal desires. You know, spiritual maturity is not measured by how long we have been Christians. Some people believe that as long as they've been in church for 20, 30 years, they are better off than somebody who came today. But spirituality is not measured by how long we have been Christians, but by how deeply we remain connected to the source of life. How are you deeply connected to the source of life? The greatest threat to our relationship with God is often not open rebellion, but rather gradual neglect. I'm too busy to get up and say, Father, I thank you. I thank you for waking me up this morning. I thank you for the air I breathe. I thank you for the water you provided for me to buy. The soap, the sponge, the pomade. All these things are provisions by God. There are people who don't have it. But you have it. And you can't even say thank you. You think it's by your own strength. So by gradually neglecting God, the pressure of work, family, social media, people can spend hours on social media, but they can't say 30 minutes or 5 minutes to read a scripture. Daily responsibility can quickly replace the time spent in God's presence. Like the psalmist, in your presence, I am content. Yeah. Because the expression of God's love is in His presence. Revelation is in the presence of God. He said, call on me, right? And I'll show you great and mighty things. It has to be continual, consistent seeking. And then you will find. We may still appear spiritual active whilst our hearts have drifted far from Him. Yet God's invitation remains open. Draw near to God and He will draw near to you. It means that every step we take towards Him is met by His grace, mercy, and love. When we stay connected to Him, He gives us wisdom in confusion. He gives us wisdom in confusion, strength in weakness, peace in uncertainty, hope in difficult seasons. His presence becomes the greatest source of security. His Spirit shapes our character to reflect Christ. Today, I want you to examine your spiritual life. Are you simply going through religious routine, or are you cultivating living, vibrant relationship with God? The quality of your connection with God will determine the quality of your spiritual life. Stay close to Him, for in His presence there is direction, there is purpose, fullness of joy, and a lasting peace. That is one thing you should get to know. Let's pray like we always do. Say, Heavenly Father, thank you for the privilege of knowing you personally. Draw me closer to you each day. Help me to remain steadfast in prayer, faithful in your word, and sensitive to the leading of the Holy Spirit. Remove every distraction that weakens my fellowship with you, and let my life continually reflect your love, wisdom, and power. Keep my heart anchored in your presence, so that I may bear lasting fruit for your glory. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
If you pray this prayer this morning, I personally invite you. This is a special invitation. Are you believing God for a breakthrough? Are you believing God for healing and restoration, or a fresh encounter with His presence? They don't miss tonight a multi-purpose service at the Maranatha Power Ministries International. Join us today at 6:30 p.m. at Mbn Adafitswaa behind the Lekma Polyclinic for an atmosphere of powerful worship, fervent prayer, and a life-transforming message from God's Word. Come expecting, come with faith, come with someone. Your miracle and your testimony and your divine turnaround could begin tonight. We can't wait to welcome you. See you this evening at 6:30 p.m. at the Maranatha Power Ministries International, Mbn Adafitswaa behind the Lekma Polyclinic. God bless you. Or do I have to say God richly bless you? Whichever way it is, God will keep blessing you as you fellowship with us. Amen. With that gone, we do our African proverbs for this morning. Today is Wednesday, midweek, right? Midweek. African proverbs say the one who asks questions never loses the way. What do you make of this? The one who asks questions never loses the way. That is it.
Yeah.
African proverbs for today.
Yeah, it is true. If you ask questions, you will know. If you ask questions, you will know. If you don't ask questions, you are ignorant. Yes, ho is not always about being a stranger. It's also about being ignorant.
Ignorant.
Means you don't know. But if you know, you will not react the nearby. So it's ignorant. You know, I like to connect everything to scripture. Nicodemus came to Jesus and asked him, Master, how can I be saved? What will I do not to be right? Basically, he asked and he was told, he was taught. Yes. So the one who asks questions, you know, will never get lost. Yeah.
The one who ever asks will never get lost. The Proverbs teaches the value of humility and continual learning. The value of humility and continual learning. You know, the Bible said pride goes before falling. Pride often convinces people they already know enough.
Yeah.
That is what pride does to you. But wisdom begins when we admit there is more to learn.
True.
No matter what you know, there is still more to learn.
There's more to learn.
A traveler who asks for direction may arrive later than expected. But they are far more likely to reach the correct destination than the one who refuses to ask and wanders aimlessly.
Yeah.
The same principle applies to life. Successful people ask questions. Good leaders seek counsel. Wise parents listen before they instruct. Strong nations learn from both their success and failures. In our workplace, our communities, and the national conversation, progress comes when people are willing to listen, not just listen, learn, and seek truth instead of pretending to have all the answers. This morning, I want you to reflect on one thing. Never let pride stop you from seeking guidance.
From seeking guidance.
A question asked today can prevent a mistake tomorrow. And our thought for today is the Mbn thought for the day. I want you to write it or run with it. Wisdom is not measured by how much you know, but by your willingness to keep learning. That is wisdom. Wisdom is not measured by how much you know, but by your willingness to keep learning. So get wisdom and get understanding. When you get wisdom, add understanding to it. So that's our MBN thought for the day. I believe we've made your day today. Yeah. We've made your day today. We'll be moving to other matters right away. Right away. It's a brand new day. We're done with African proverbs. At the front burner, we ask a bold question: should Ghana make a sanitation and revenue generating industry instead of treating it solely as a public health responsibility? That's the question we asked this morning on our front burner. Should Ghana make sanitation a revenue generating industry instead of treating it solely as a public health responsibility? Can waste become wealth, create jobs, and contribute significantly to the national development? We want to hear your views on this. 053-715-8638 is the numbers. 053-715-8638. We asked this question this morning: should Ghana make sanitation a revenue generating industry instead of treating it solely as a public health responsibility? Now the question: can waste become wealth, create jobs, and contribute significantly to national development? We want to hear your views. 053-715-8638. But now let me ask you the same question. Should we treat sanitation, should we make sanitation a revenue generating industry instead of treating it as a public health responsibility?
This question is not it's not an either or situation, I think. Like you yourself has said over and over again that the waste we see, that is money there.
That's wealth.
That is wealth, you know, and the wise make money out of it.
Out of it.
It can create jobs for people.
Yeah.
And so why are we not seeing, or why haven't we gotten to a point where we can apply wisdom through innovation to transforming our sanitation sector to a job, job creating model or employment offering something, right? So I don't think that we see sanitation just as a public health crisis. Yes, the first thing is for us to be healthy.
Yeah.
Is for us to be healthy, right? To have a clean environment. But wisdom will tell us that if we can, in the process of keeping our environment clean, monetize that venture, that will be great. And people have done it. People are doing it. The Zoom Lion and Co., are they not dealing with waste? Is it not a waste management company? Is it not an industry on its own? Yes, so we can. We have the tendency to do it, except that we have not averted our minds to it. And for me, it is also about the kind of people we employ. I mean, we appoint to head such important things. You don't just have. My problem is that, it is all about leadership. Leadership is cause. Everything else is effect. If we have people who have been trained on some of these things, do you think that when they get appointed to head sanitation ministry or unit, they wouldn't bring that wisdom to bear in transforming that whole sector into a job creation something?
Yeah, because we generate a lot of organic waste in this country, which is about 60-70% of of our sanitation issues, which could be channeled into fertilizing. I mean, coming out with organic fertilizers for our farmers, which is another great venture. Before you talk about the plastics and other stuff that can be remolded into buckets and other stuff as well, the rubbers and the things we throw away. So the leaders all have their place. We're wasting so much money.
We've not learned segregation of waste in this country.
It's the biggest problem.
And waste segregation should even begin from our homes.
That is it.
We teach the kids the sachet, the bottle, the plastic.
Go into this.
Go here. This
so you color them.
Yeah, you color them.
The red, the green, the blue. Yeah. The green goes to the organics that carries. I remember in Deutschland, Germany, you have the red that takes the plastic waste, the bottles and stuff. You have the green that looks for the organics, leftovers, stuff like that goes into those ones. You have the blue, which is for leather. It's about 4. So the truck comes, has compartment. It knows the green is for this compartment, the blue is for this compartment, the red is for this compartment, and they go. So you don't see people littering around. They know that everything is money.
It's useful. Yeah, everything is useful. But here, in this country, everything goes to one bin. Everything goes to one bin.
Even fecal matters are used to generate domestic gases.
Yeah.
We don't do it. We just waste it.
We just waste it, yes. We just waste it, and then the vehicle will go and then
put it in the sea.
So you see, everything is useful, Everything is useful.
Nothing is useless.
It is just that we have not realized how to, or we have not paid attention. Let me say it, because I don't want to believe that we don't have experts who can do some of these things. We do have them, but will our political class, will the appoint some of these people, these experts, to manage sanitation, to manage housing? That is the problem we are having. We feel like it is all about awarding, rewarding party loyalists, people who have campaigned, people who have stayed with that. So even when somebody has...
You bring in this question again.
For me, that is what I think. If somebody has the wisdom to transform, look at all the Ghanaians we have doing great things abroad. Why can't we bring them home, allow them the space to work? That is the problem we are having. We feel like, then we should appoint somebody there. Look at the people we appointed to manage sanitation. Over the years, what have they done? What has been their impact?
Sometimes I ask myself these questions. I sit back and then think through it. I ask myself, is poor sanitation more a result of inadequate infrastructure, weak enforcement, or public attitude? From the homes we've not been inculcated with this, that you need to separate the organics from the others. There's a whole lot of value chain in the sanitation industry. But it's not just collecting the refuse and then go and dump them. We call it on mine site, right? Now, those mine sites, if we have set factories there we employ people instead of burning and also destroying the atmosphere, because what you are burning is also contribute to public health risk. You might think you are just burning, but you throwing health issues. You're creating problems for our health. Non-communicable diseases, respiratory issues comes in there. Now, if you look at the checks we've done, it means that we're not doing it. Mine site. Now the mine site, Accra have only 2 mine sites. And yesterday I was reading something. I realized that all those mine sites are full, very full. So now once they are full, now go walk in the cities. You see people's ducks beans are in front of their houses, tied with a lot of garbages and debris, standing in front of their home. So very soon the city is going to start smelling. Because when they collect it, where are they sending it? But if the 2 sites are full, must we be having a site that is full? No.
If we are recycling waste,
that is it.
I've seen in the free zones, there's this company that does recycling waste and all of that. And they employ people. They are doing that. That is the work they are doing. Income generation ventures. So why can't we? For me, I still think that it is.
We've decided not to.
We've not paid attention to it. If you pay attention to it, if you give something a priority, then we'll be looking for the right expertise to do it. That is what leadership is all about. Leadership doesn't mean that you have the wisdom to do everything. It is about knowing who to appoint to do what,
and
delegate
the
to
thing
do
is
what.
learning every day.
Learning every
that
day.
is wisdom.
Yeah, we've not.
You might not know everything, so you want to learn.
Yeah.
You have subordinate who knows it.
Yeah.
Let them use their wisdom to help you
To
grow.
help you.
But we're not doing that.
I think that we have just not given attention to it. Yes, that is how I feel. We've not given attention. We've not paid attention to sanitation issues. Yeah. When the former president said he was going to make Accra the cleanest city, that was very ambitious. I was waiting. If those days I remember, I was a student. I will use the what's the name? Tema Station to Accra Poly to Accra City Campus. Look, the
stench alone.
Jesus Christ. So when he announced that I'll make Accra the cleanest city, got that Tema Station opposite the what's the name?
The stench alone can kill you.
So he said that was just what I was thinking about.
You see, it also gives respiratory
yes.
Those smelling,
and people are there. People sleep there. People sell there, and all of that.
People give birth there.
People give birth there.
They do their own.
People give birth there. So, you see, that was a great ambition, right? But what was the action? The first thing is we got the appointment wrong, and I insist that we got the appointment wrong. What did Cecilia Dapa do in that space? What was her records? You see, so it is. You identify the problem. You set a goal. We know how to set goals. We are good at it, but working to achieve them is the problem. First, we get the appointment wrong. The people we appoint to do that, to work on that. I don't have a problem of appointing party loyalists, but the problem is those people you appoint, are they competent? Do they have the expertise? If you appoint Casella to force into education, what's the name? Finance ministry. He has the expertise. It is his field. You appointed Zinapo to energy. He's an energy expert. He has what it takes to do it. But when you appoint somebody to a place where the person has no expertise in the field, because sanitation is not a joke. In fact, even if the person is not trained in it, does the person have any planning, development, or something? It's because otherwise the person is just looking at collecting refuse. Collecting. We are doing, we are cleaning and all of that.
Let's sweep. And then collect.
And collect it. That's all.
Clean.
That's all.
And it ends there.
And it ends there.
There is more to it.
Yeah.
And the question we ask them, can Ghana turn sanitation into a thriving industry that creates jobs, generates revenue, and protects the environment? The environment has been given to us by God to protect it. It's that we should nurture it, right?
Yeah.
We should take control, but it is not so we should destroy it. Because for many years, sanitation in Ghana has been viewed mainly as a cost. That's how we've seen it. A cost, a responsibility of government and local authorities as well as households to keep communities clean and prevent disease. This is how we've been taught. But globally, the conversation is changing. Waste is increasingly being seen not as a problem to be managed, but rather as a resource that can create economic opportunities.
Yeah.
Globally. Now that the narrative is changing, the world is evolving. Why are we still standing still? So we asking, question Ghana must ask is, are we throwing away wealth every day?
Yeah.
Are we throwing away wealth every day?
Yeah.
This is a question we need to ask ourselves. Ghana is throwing wealth away every day. Every household, the market, the industry, and institutions produces waste. Within that waste are valuable materials, such as plastics, the metals, the organic matters, and other resources that can be recycled, processed, and converted into new products. So there are materials we are throwing away, and it's wealth.
It's wealth.
So we are throwing wealth away every day as a country. Sanitation alone can create millions of jobs for the young people. Sanitation alone can create. It is not about Zoomlion have employed people and they are sweeping the streets. No, it doesn't end there. It goes beyond that. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Is that not what we're saying?
Yeah.
So once you sweep the place and collect the waste from there and put it in a plastic, you tie it, it means that it ends. It doesn't end there. We should be thinking beyond the sweeping and collecting of that refuse. What next is the question.
What next?
What next is the question. Because every household, market, industry, institution, we produces waste every day.
Yeah.
And within that waste are valuable materials. The plastics, the metals, the organic matters, and other resources that can be recycled and processed into a converted new product. Ghana can build a sanitation economy.
Yeah.
Where waste become a source of income.
Yeah.
We can build a sanitation economy.
We can.
And we can't be going through this, always going to the World Bank, running for loans.
To come and fix
Meanwhile, we are generating a lot of money here annually.
Yeah.
Over $280 million annually. That will be going to look for 3 billion
$3 billion.
You want more concept on. Because if we turn our economy, our sanitation economy, I mean, if we build the economy through sanitation, where waste become a source of income through plastic recycling industries, compost production for agriculture, waste to energy projects, biogas production, recycling and manufacturing business. So at least we are getting about 6 components or even more.
Yeah.
So instead of paying only for waste collection and disposal, the country can create a system where waste generates economic value. Look, sometimes I wonder why our water companies that produces this bottled waters don't have that system. When you travel out, we have various kinds of water. We all don't drink the same water. We have some that is gas pressed. Our water here is just one way.
Yeah.
One way. Recently, they said they are doing what? Energy, whatever water. They are adding some lemon and stuff like that. Go outside, check the number of water. There are some I say, and this is one more. Bernard, we need ABP, the gas in it. There are people who need that. So we have various levels of water. There's one thing they all do. They make sure when you finish drinking, you put the water, the bottle back in a container, keep them. In your next buy, you carry it to the shop. The shop will count the number of bottles. Okay? So if it counts the number of bottles and it's 2 packs that you brought, they give you a discount on 5. They add additional 1 pack to you. So it encourages people to return the empty bottles so you don't throw them off. And you see it written, recycle. They will recycle, do the bottles, wash them, bring them back to you. So it's evolving. Sanitation economy, it creates jobs for the young people.
It does.
Because the sanitation sector has the potential to become a major employment hub. From waste collection, recycling to engineering, technology, research, and environmental management, thousands of jobs can be created.
That is true.
The goal for us as a nation is to move sanitation from being viewed as a low status work to a professional industry that rewards innovation and entrepreneurship. We should move from seeing sanitation or viewing it as a low status work. We should stop looking down on people who works at the sanitation industry as will be one school. It's not just about the collection, but if we begin to see it as a professional industry that rewards innovation and entrepreneurship, should be our goal, so we can move sanitation from that level to create wealth, to create thousands of jobs for the youth. Number 3, we need to have this psychic that poor waste management contributes significantly to blocked drains.
That is true.
Poor waste management contributed significantly to blocked drains.
That is true.
Flooding and environmental pollution. When waste is properly collected and sorted and processed, Ghana can reduce pressure on land fields. We can protect our water bodies. And we can build a cleaner city, not clean cities, cleaner cities.
Yeah.
Because a strong sanitation industry is therefore not only as economic opportunity, it is also a climate and environmental solution.
Yeah.
It will make this flooding a thing of the past. Because we need a clear policies that encourage private investment in this area. Strong regulations and enforcement as a nation, and modern waste treatment facilities, incentive for recycling companies, and public education on waste segregation, separation, and responsible disposal. We need this because government alone cannot solve the sanitation challenges. The private sector, the communities, the individuals must become active partners. I mean, I've given 3 areas we can look at. 4. You see, the big challenge is changing the mindset of our people. That's the biggest transformation. May not be technology, it may be attitude.
Yeah.
That's the biggest. The biggest transformation may not be technology. It may not be technology. When we see waste as worthless, we keep dumping as wealth. We will not dump it. A society that sees waste as a resource will always find a way to profit from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. If we begin to see waste as value, masa. When him say, "What is organic? Say kakray." To make the children cray near by far. Or coins be, and now it pays for your waste. You will feel won't you keep them?
You will keep them.
You profit from it.
Yeah.
So I want to protect it.
Yeah.
But because we see as worthless, we always want to dump it.
We dump it.
But that is money.
We dump it.
That is money, Ghana. That is money.
That is money.
If countries around the world are turning waste into energy, they are turning waste into jobs and revenue, what is preventing Ghana from building a strong sanitation economy? This is a question we need to ask ourselves. What is stopping us?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, wealth is all over us.
Yeah.
Let me borrow the former president. I said, it is castle. So a common DN. We've all turned ourselves to be spectators instead of being partners. The private sector should look at this area very well. It might be expensive. That's why I said, look, government should start giving guarantees instead of giving money to people. Give guarantee. Let them get their source. Guarantee. Let's set equipment. Let's create this job. Look, if we turn our attention to we start to create sanitation economy. It's another big gold mine. Big gold mine. Look at agriculture. We know agriculture can give us so much money, but what are we doing about it?
Nothing about it.
Even soya. You know soya alone. Every quarter can give us over $4 billion every quarter.
Every quarter.
Affable lands are lying there. We're not doing anything about it. We have agriculture ministers and they have deputies. It will be on to me doing that way. We are looking, we don't value sanitation, so I had burden. It has become a burden, it has become a dumping thing, valueless. But it's money you are holding. When the society see waste as a source, they will find a way to profit from it. They will not just dump it.
They will not just dump it. They will not just dump it.
You know, I always tell people that sanitation is not about cleaning Ghana after we create the waste. No. Sanitation should not be about cleaning Ghana after the waste is created. It should be about creating a system where waste itself becomes part of Ghana's economic growth story. That is what we should be looking at. The future may not be in throwing waste away, but in discovering the value we have been ignoring for years, for centuries. It's an avenue to create money, wealth for this country. Avenue to create jobs.
Create jobs.
It's a big avenue. What are we doing?
That's a question.
We have ministers responsible for sanitation and what? They have a name for it.
Water resource.
And water resource. Look, when we see this as value, look, our water resource will be protected automatically. And now about hiring people to go around and be picking rubbish. If you feel now from the home now, you know that this is valuable. The metals are separated, the organics are separated, these are going for different. When we begin to go into those areas, that is when we begin to create wealth for this nation. It's about time to move. It's about time to move. If we begin to see sanitation as a product that has value, we will stop dumping it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
We'll stop dumping it. It is not about getting the city clean. We will, look, do you know the waste we are going to collect after the rain? Where the military is spearheading it. That's money.
That's money. That's money. But ask yourself, are we going to make anything out of it?
No.
You're just going to dump it.
We are going to dump it because we don't see value in it. Where the whole world, now countries around the world are turning waste into energy. They are turning waste into job creation centers. They are turning waste into revenue. What is preventing my country, Ghana, from building a strong sanitation economy? What is preventing it?
It is waste. Once you classify something as waste, it'll be a waste. It is waste. And you know the painful part of it. The waste that we are unable to manage, we are not making anything out of it. We'll go and it becomes public health crisis because internal cholera diarrhea
skin disease
spread it. then the Ghana Health Service will now go and be looking for money, you know, to contain those diseases. Apart from that, you will need World Bank money to manage a loan, the amount in fanchel. Into no obi waste na onye scafi mono. You it is just waste. So you will need a loan facility to come and manage that waste. So you know you are not making anything out of it. It is killing you, and you are still always because you have to go and borrow to come and manage it.
You know one thing I've realized. Watch all the guys that goes around picking this metals. The money they have.
Money. Money.
The money they have.
Yeah.
You see trucks come to pick it. Somebody will load it at the warehouse. Trucks will come and pick this metal.
Yeah. We don't respect them, but money, the money those guys have. My pastor was telling me about a friend who is into that business.
What's that? The money they have?
Money they are making. Money they are making.
They are working with money.
Yeah.
There's so much money in the sanitation.
That's when they come to our homes, they tell them, fuck off. Yeah.
Oh, silver bit that
old television, those ions, the call. You think you are that person in favor.
As a woman, a baller, your friend baller. Take this baller.
It's money. The person is making money.
That's value. Now look at the old phones. People buy
old phones. Yeah.
Ask yourself why. And the nation has not been able to sit back. Because you see, Ghana's challenge is not because waste has no value. The challenge is that the country has not yet built the systems, investment, and the mindset needed to transform waste into wealth.
That is true. We have not built the mindset.
No, we have not built the mindset.
No, we have not. To us, and you see, sometimes I ask myself,
because you won't say a ball and you say you're dumping.
You're dumping.
Once you are dumping, you are creating public health problem. You are destroying the environment. But when we begin to see it's a value, our mindset, it's here. The battles we are going through as a nation, it's in our mind.
It's in our mind.
And it's leadership.
It's in our mind.
The challenge is that Ghana has not yet built the systems, the investment needed, the mindset needed to transform waste into wealth.
We have not.
We've not. WASTE into WEATH. We've not. They all start with W. If we see waste as a problem, not economic resources, this is where we find ourselves. We see waste as a problem.
It's a problem.
We don't see it as economic resource.
No.
It's about time for us to begin to shift and begin to see waste as economic resource. Because for many years, sanitation has been approached mainly as a cleaning exercise.
National Sanitation Day.
National Sanitation.
We are not saying it is bad.
No.
But it is our time we move beyond
it is after the cleaning, what next?
What next? That is what we are talking about.
That's the question. After the cleaning, what next? So the challenge, after you have cleaned, you cleaning exercise, you collect, you transport, and dump the waste. That's what we do. We clean, we collect, we transport, and dump it. Sometimes we go the shoulders of the streets. Then shoulders say Pierre go tell them say
cost 90 job.
Because the approach misses the economic opportunities in recycling.
That is the thing.
The compositing, the waste to energy, the resource recovery, because the plastics are recovery. The composites will go to the agricultural industry. Then we have the waste to energy. The fecal matter is energy. There's opportunities. Government, wake up leadership.
There's opportunity and there is expertise.
That's the point.
Expertise. Just that like you're saying, we've not developed the mindset, and so we'll not even look for people who can do it. Even if we find the people cry, are we willing, when they have not contributed to our campaign, are we willing to say, take this job and do it?
You bring this matter, campaign matter. You bring this campaign matter to me.
It's true. I have patronage on you. That is what we do here. We don't look for people who have the expertise to contribute to national development.
Let me ask you this question. Looking at this conversation we're having, and our viewers out there, have we failed to recognize that waste we throw away every day could become raw materials for a new industry?
We've not thought about it.
We've not thought about it. Because these are raw materials for new industries.
Yeah.
These are raw materials.
We've not thought about it.
A strong sanitation economy requires facilities.
Yeah.
Instead of, you see, we are investing in this, we are doing, look, let's sort, waste sorting and recycling. We have to look at the compost production. We have to look at plastic processing. We have to take a waste to energy conservation and save waste treatment. Without this system, most waste ends up in landfills, illegal dumping sites, where its economy value is always lost. Wake up, Ghana. Wake up, Ghana. Wake up, Ghana. The kids have put their hands on their head. They are looking for job 24/7.
Yeah.
We are crying our children are not getting a job. We have seen waste all this year, from Kwame Nkrumah bread to be seen there as something without value. The world is evolving. The waste is now money. We should move away from the talking to action. A concept, you know. We have good sanitation policies and laws, but implementation remains a major challenge. Investors need a stable environment where regulations are clear and consistently enforced. Poor enforcement also allows illegal dumping and poor waste management practices to continue. Where do we want to head? We are making it difficult for responsible businesses to strive. Well, the panel have come in. I know they want to come and fire, but they want to come and fire. Oh, I should get 2 seats, isn't it? So that we can have the 4 of us all seated and talk about waste and its management. And talk about waste and its management. So we're going for a commercial break. When we return, Nanaya Abrampa, a broadcaster, a marine researcher, and also a port operations assistant, together with, from the Upper Menyakrobo, a communication team member of the ruling National Democratic Congress, the NDC. The man is aspiring to lead the Upper Menyakrobo, the next election. Vim, Kevin Wayotete.
I saw something. I would like you to ask your guests. I mean, when
they sit.
When they sit.
Okay. No, but you want to sit in. So you ask me.
The Council of State has advised against, there's this proposed bill to allow dual citizens to hold political office.
Oh, yeah.
The Council of State has advised against that. I would like to know their thoughts, whether it is a good thing that people with dual citizenship cannot hold political office, or it's a good advice.
They should be able to hold political office.
Yes.
Because if we're looking from investment from the diaspora, now we had African bonds holding different positions in certain places in the world. Go to Britain, for instance. Kit Starmer have an Indian background, right? We've had a lot of Ghanaians in the British Parliament.
Yeah.
So if they can be
who even became exchequer, right?
Exchequer, right? So if they can become, if they can hold those positions, why do you want to discriminate?
But were they fully British? I mean, was he fully British or dual citizen?
This is African descent.
Yes, that is different. To be a
the point is that if I'm born with expertise in Germany, which I've stayed for most of my life, and I'm in a country and I can help you with the know-how. They said I can hold position to build my country, Ghana. What send me there?
Okay, so that is one part of the conversation.
The point is that what sent me there?
I get that part, but the second part
Number two, we want people to come in with their know-how to develop.
Absolutely.
So why do we say that because my mom is from here, my dad is from here, I don't have a place in this country? Then we shouldn't be seeking the players born outside the country to play for the national team. Yes, then they shouldn't play for the national team. That they don't qualify to play for the national team. That is one thing we should know.
I get your point, and let me say I used to hold that view until Ken Oforiatta happened. That is the flip side of it.
Yeah, but it doesn't. We don't have to use one tomato to say the whole soup is bad.
So how do we cross that part?
We should be able to cross the part by checking back, because first getting recruitment into the security, there's a lot of background checks that goes in. There's a lot of things that goes in. It's just like when people want to get married during those times, they check from the home you are coming from. Before they allow you to go into those homes. But now do we do that? We don't. So that is where it has bring us, so there's mistrust there. But if we begin to trust our own system, it shouldn't be a problem.
Anyway,
we don't trust our system.
I'm waiting to.
We don't trust ourselves.
Reasoning behind that.
We don't trust ourselves.
I still, for me,
I don't understand it. You want to say, "Makwa ko wumeba." Our Canada. Our expertise.
No.
Eti or a Ghanaian. Or a Canadian. Now, or say he can hold a position in Ghana. What are you talking about?
I get your view. The argument people are raising is that some of these people, when they come, they are so disconnected from the realities of the Ghanaian. They are not able to understand our society, our values, our context.
Are they saying that the NDC MP, Jachikwesi, doesn't understand the realities of the Ghanaian? Is that what you're saying?
That's a very important question.
No, is that what you're saying? He doesn't know the realities of the team facing his own people there. No, this is neither here nor there.
We'll look for the full reasoning behind their advice. But for now, that is the news. The Council of State.
A waste. You don't value in a waste. Where they say they should stop this crap. They should stop it. They should stop it before it goes. They should
people have faced that challenge. And I don't think the people look at Jachikwesi, as you mentioned.
Yes.
His people actually stood behind him. In fact, when the states there was a state machinery against him to get him out of parliament.
What are they talking about?
Look at Zanetto Rawlings.
That's the point.
Fantastic lady. She faced the same challenge. In fact, I think she's when she contested Clote College.
Concerts, no.
So I don't think the people.
If we can allow people, let me give you an example. We can allow people who, one way or the other, were MPs in the northern part of the country. Came to places like Nima, Mamobi
to contest
and win. People from Akwetia, Baba Jamal
will come to
Ayawaso and win. Why can't I give birth to a child in Togo who has a dual citizenship?
Togo,
no, I'm giving you a scenario. I'm giving you
Benin, Canada, you are coming
Benin,
to Ghana.
Nigeria. Benin, Nigeria. I give a birth to a child in South Africa. Then you say, go back. No, you can go back. His father is from here. We need to make this country work.
Yeah.
You see, this is one thing, the challenge we've had as Africans. The Chinese gave birth in the US, picked technologies, came back to build their countries. The Indians did same.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, it's true.
The world is evolving. We should stop this.
It's true.
Excuse, I don't want to use the word nonsense. We should stop it. You see, you need to some level and we should know that the world is evolving. We need certain technologies to grow this country. We are looking at the world which is sanitation. And we can't turn around. We are being petty with this. When you read the such Council of State, you are being petty with this. What are you talking about? What reality are you talking about? The world is a global village. Can the person be able to read through and know the needs of his people? The man from Menya, Upper Krobo, he sees the reality of Oshi Yakowun or Canada, and he can't face reality. What reality have we seen enough? We are seeing waste we are not seeing waste as a value, but we are seeing it as baller. So we are dumping it. And then and this can be the cleanest thing that can happen to our cities.
Yeah.
We see value in the sanitation. The cleanest thing that can happen to our cities. We begin to keep our water bodies. We begin to get our cities clean. We begin to segregate and get energy. We begin to composite and get to the agriculturists to be able to give us good manure. And we should stop being petty. Yeah, we know Canada, so what?
So you can't be a Ghanaian. You can't be an MP.
But yeah, we know Canada. Because you are skillful. I know the Amope. What are you talking about?
Nobody. Who made the post? I think H. Prempe or somebody said that when Semenyo is playing, nobody is thinking that Semenyo
was born
when he was playing against his other country, England. Nobody said Semenyo will play for them. I think he will play in a way that will favor them. But when somebody is a dual citizen holds a position in Ghana, then we are thinking that the ambassador, Ghana's ambassador to South Korea,
is not a Korean Ghanaian.
He's one of the best we've had.
He's not among the current cohorts. He's not Korean Ghanaian. Are we going to say that because Koi is mother is a Ghanaian and the father is a Korean, so he doesn't deserve to lead the country? What are we talking about? We're going for a commercial break. Concept no Council of State when you can have your reasons. What realities? The world is evolving.
Yeah.
The world is evolving. Look at Ghanaian scientists across the world. Look at even the Ghanaian who made rice production in Nigeria become a top notch. On your Ghanaian.
Yeah.
Now Abano Bebo say Papa Latinity. What are you talking about? Yeah, now so players between my blasters. They can't hold key position to help turn the economy around. They can't hold key position to see say sanitation is wealth.
Yeah.
So let's turn it around.
And now, do you know the funny thing? Tell
me about the funny thing.
So what we are saying is that if you are like in the case of Jachi Kwesi, if you want to be an MP, what you have to do is to denounce.
I will not denounce.
And then what? Me denounce and no nebeyi ebe Canada
concepts no.
If I still love Canada, it is not denouncing that citizenship that will make me not like them anymore. I don't think this is even
when we're bringing Kevin Prince Boateng to play for the Black Stars. When he initially said, I don't know the country, I don't know the flag, I don't know the national anthem. But when we pursued him, he came to play. 2010, we had one of the best midfielders. When he came, there was a team spirit. When he said, he says these guys, they'll be singing, they'll be playing. But when it comes to the game, you see that team spirit.
Yeah. But it's also important for us to keep in mind one of the reasons. The fact that when some of these people come in, they can seek refuge in the other country.
The point is that
we can't do foco about it.
The point is that when I say woman, when I say woman,
it's a question.
That's a question. When I say woman, are we thinking say are we making our mind to change as a people, as individuals, as a people in leadership, to make this country become governable, to make this country become transparent, and we become sincere and honest people? Are we honoring the nation as it is, or are we honoring ourselves? And if you don't put the honorable against the name, are you honorable enough for me to call you honorable?
Break.
We go for a break. When we come back, we'll talk more. Stay with us.
Say about the heartbeat of entertainment and one the ultimate show with AJ Barker. Anne and paying for say, Trini and Dawa, Yamonchain, Yana, what the hottest trend, the GCJs, exclusive interview with your favorite celebrity, and NASA influencer, and Yanon, you best say the Asa, I will show you so HINAS. Kaina will say, if it is trending, we are talking about. If it is entertainment, we got you covered. And it's every Friday exactly 4 p.m. The ultimate show with AJ Barker is always a vibe.
The ultimate show this and every Friday at 4 p.m. only on Mbn TV. Mbn, the gospel, news and entertainment.
And he asked them, when he sent them, do you lack anything? And they said, we lack nothing. I pray that this will be your story. As you live for God and you work for God and you support God's work, you will look back and say, I have lacked nothing in my life. We want to thank God and thank God again that Friday is a night of prayer, prophetic night, healing night, the word of God night, and worship night. Every Friday in Maranatha Power Ministries. And I'm inviting you, beloved, if we don't realize the warfare we are in, the devil will defeat you as a child of God. And the most strangest things and unfortunate things in the church today is good believers who are weak. You are good, but you are weak spiritually. God wants you to be strong because he says in Ephesians chapter 6 verse 10, he says, finally my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. You see, there are certain battles you cannot win in the day. This Friday and every Friday, I'm inviting you to Maranatha Power Ministries for breakthrough night, signs and wonders night, prophetic night, healing night, deliverance night, and salvation night. Let me see you this Friday. If you want more direction, telephone numbers on the screen. Please call. And also, you can watch me on Mbn TV every time we are having service. And also watch me and be with me on all the social media platforms you will see on the screen. Remember this, Jesus prayed in the night. Even the Son of Man prayed all night. It's our time. God bless.
Hi, welcome to Shiloh Guest House, where comfort meets warmth. Our serene environment and cozy rooms provides a pleasant stay. To To book a room with us, call 055 5940 and 0241 972076. Locate us at Teshinungwa Estate, number 8 Coconut Street, directly behind A Life Supermarket. Shiloh Guest House, where comfort meets warmth.
Repeat after me. Golden oil. Golden oil.
Golden oil.
Wow. Sha emma no muntia me pa na muntia ne yie. Wonu sa obi mpa bo betimi asre de atukwan, obi atade obetimi asre de atukwan. Na mmom wedie na ankasa de yansre mfa ntukwan yo. Oba opese ohudie no eye kama na ha. Yehu a yese obasima na ebei. Wodi abamodin aso de besrasra. Enu ano no. Hey, already and be na ha sa. Obehu abusa say, ufra brochire kro be so na wo ba ye. Brochire kro bia betimi abofi say we dey say no. Enya sam kweto akra. E ma no obi hodema na stretch mark bi ayeye na mesre wada. Wo dey an so di best rasta. E no danche e ba be yi fi ahodo. Every nipadua mu nti oba say o kwa akoda o dey droplets. On say droplets ni bua so sa. We are now dey we mia kakra dey agu nsem na dey asrasra honam nipadua ni nyina. Saso massage bi a waye adwuma bi wa brani ade ebe sa massage wa ka ho obi ho ma wa se me honamani aye rekyere ase mampam honam me honamani asensansa bi aba ho ne ade me se enye se fa bi strasra ebio pimples dware wani mu se biribi mema ni titru obi ho ma oyi a obo se nsensan bi agugun basa golden oil ene betimi aboa wo wate babodin aso de bi best strasra ho no ne wa no yese efre bibi nenso oben ene sa ya de twam enti so yo ba na se niema bi adoto anim tuntum a wodi ande so obenya bi na wonya bi a ebeboa papa ma ne de ni o enti obi ho ani timi no ebubu jen wase ho ani ade na ne beba no ho so na nitira no se no na etutu wapampa mu pa oba wapampa mu pa basa na enyefe unze mema ye chekinyi ni pa nti wodi mini wa nka abrani abre bia no menya bia me de besa sra mitirimu sa wo ne ho ato nkwanta amapai wutina ebubu jen ni nyina no apai eno ano no woni problem bia mema no muntie obi ho man na pampa mapa mesre wada wo de fa kakra gu nsem sa na fa pam ho sa woni beba ho so no me ma bebe se bosume mienu yes me ma bosume mienu be wo se na nwi no aba na twetwa ho sa eno da nchen a on se mema na obi ho ma oyi ana be se ni tiri no na etutututu na ade dabi wunya bi a eno na betimi aboa wo ama otirinwe no etimi agina so yie pa ma bibi etimi awie mu die na wonim bibi ade ba ko wo mu so kra ne se wonya de fa ho se ya se maka kra bi be se na awo enu ano no na enka no eye kama rough we hia spray bia bi wo de stress ye no ano no bo se ku na bibia e kon ka de ama wo ba Facebook ho ma obehu na abusuafo so de ade ne se tia no mesra mada adepa ene ye bodin adepa onfre e wo sa ma we so se ye 0249 02 23 90 0249 02 23 90 golden oil my dear tosso
oh many now.
There's a whisper you've been waiting to hear.
The floodwaters may have receded, but for thousands of families, the pain remains. Homes have been destroyed, Dreams have been washed away. Children have been displaced. Many are struggling to find food, clean water, clothing, and a safe place to sleep. But in this difficult moment, help is still possible. Mega Broadcasting Network present NBN Cares, Save a Life Flood Appeal, a humanitarian call to support victims of the recent flood across Ghana. We are appealing to individuals, churches, businesses, and all well-meaning Ghanaians to step forward now. Your support can provide food, clean water, medicine, and emergency relief to families in urgent need. You can make your donation at the Mbn TV Donation Center on the 10th Avenue Extension, Greater Estate, Numwa, Adogono, or via mobile money on Aphrodite Multimedia Limited, merchant number 282515, or call our dedicated donation hotline 0537158638 for assistance. No amount is too small, because today your kindness can save a life. MBN Cares, Save a Life Flood Appeal. Donate now and give hope where it is needed most.
Every shadow has an ending place. Every wound can become a place of grace. Even now, beneath the endless sky, a brighter tomorrow is drawing.
All right, welcome back from that quick break, and also you're still live on the Morning Focus. We're coming to you from our studios on the 10th Avenue Extension, Great Estate, Numwa, Adogono. Moving to other phase of the conversation this morning, we're asking, can Ghana really break the cycle of flooding? Or are we still managing symptoms instead of solving the problem? Every raining season, the story sounds familiar. Homes submerged, roads turned into rivers, businesses destroyed, communities displaced, and lives disrupted. From Accra to other parts of the country, flooding has become an annual national challenge that exposes weaknesses in drainage systems, urban planning, waste management, and enforcement of regulations. For years, Ghana has responded to flood mainly through emergency measures, evacuators, relief items, distilling exercise, temporary repairs. But the reoccurring nature of the crisis raises a bigger questions. Are we treating the causes of flooding, or we are only responding to the consequences? As climate change increases, the intensity of rainfall patterns and rapid urbanization put more pressure on cities, Ghana faces a critical choice: continue managing floods as disasters when they happen, or develop a long-term national strategy that prevents them before they occur. The debate is no longer about drainage. It is about planning our cities, protecting our waterways, enforcing building regulations, and improving sanitation investment in climate resilient infrastructure, and changing public attitude towards waste disposal. The big question this morning is, can Ghana finally break the cycle of flooding, or are we still managing symptoms instead of solving the problem? To help me unpack this is a member of the National Communication Team of the ruling National Democratic Congress from the Upper Mbn Adafitswaa, in the person of Kevin Tete. Wayo Tete joining me. Good morning to you, Kevin.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine by His grace.
We thank God for bringing you safely to join us this morning on the National Policy Focus. And also joining us this morning, he's a broadcaster, a marine researcher, and also a port operations assistant in the person of Nanaya Abrampa, joining us this morning to help us unpack this. We all know that flooding in Ghana. A very good morning to you, Nanaya.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good, yes, my grace.
Great. So Mr. Abrampa is also joining us. So flooding in Ghana has become a reoccurring national issue caused by a combination of factors. We all talk about the poor drainage infrastructure, rapid and unplanned urbanization, poor sanitation policies or practices, weak enforcement of law, and climate change. The challenge facing policymakers is how to move from reaction-based approach to a preventive-based system where flood management becomes a part of a national development planning. My question is, Ghana has experienced flooding for decades. Why have previous interventions failed to provide a lasting solution? That's my first question to my guest in studio.
The question is?
My question is, Ghana has experienced flooding for decades. Why have previous intervention failed to provide a lasting solution? What's funny?
Okay. Oh, good morning once again.
Good morning.
Your viewers as well. The question has an answer on its own. Why do I have to say it so? Anytime we experience flood, we see the same videos of car floating, we see everything happening. But the question is, had our planning gone well? Had we planned to do what is right of us as human? Until the music stops, we keep dancing. But when the dancing stops, it means the music has changed. But since we keep playing the same music, why would the dancing stop? The attitude. Now it looks as if some national officials are rather enjoying. Let me say some of them. Because they are happy, they will go for the items, and then all these items will not go to the victims. That's what they have. Yesterday I said somebody pays losing bonus in the country. So why would the person be happy for the team to win? No, because he is not in charge. When he is in charge, he supports the winning side. But if he is at the opposition side, it looks as if this country will begin to look like jokes. Why? Why do you use the wrong word? It looks as if when the politician goes to the opposition, that's where the brain works effectively. But when the government knows nothing works for him, they begin to see things in a clear lens when they go in opposition. They think about the economy, they think about the youth when they are rather in opposition, but when they come in government, you don't see anything like that. Why not do so? Until the rain stops, the flood will keep on coming. But hey, this is nature. Oh, it's very simple. We can do it. We can break it though, but it involves three things I know: the political will, the money, the funds, and then the enforcement itself. Political will, money, and then enforcement. And all this has to come within the political. Okay? So, yes, the political will comes on board. So the government in power faces the election more than any other person. And I heard somebody in opposition, bombing the president for using helicopter. And talking from my bicycle, not from Kosovo. No, you see, sometimes we make talking the cheaper instead of action. Yes. I told you the last time that the lamentations are over. Let's look for solutions. Let's look for solutions. Let's look for solutions. And these solutions, the political will come on board. Money, yes. And the last time, we always spend billions of cedis salvaging instead of spending less.
Okay, so it's better spending. Let me come to Kelvin. Kelvin, you in government. I mean, successive government have always told us we've experienced flooding for decades, but why has previous intervention failed to provide a lasting solution. The government came into power 2025, right? 2025, we had flooding, but not at this magnitude. Now it is getting worse. What are we not doing right?
Well, Chairman, thank you so much for the opportunity given me this morning. Give me a second to extend my warm greetings to...
You want to create a precedent, right?
The people of my
Your constituency, Upper Menya
constituency. Specifically my branch chairman. That's where the grassroots belong. So my greetings go to Jack. He is the branch chairman, and my organizer.
It's called Jack.
Jack. And then my branch chairman, I'm the secretary, organizer, Mr. Reverend Quay. So Reverend Quay, greetings to you, Upper Manya, and all the people in Upper Manya. Soon you'll be seeing me from corners to corners with you, working on foot, doing all the kind of soldiering work. So greetings to you. The next one, if I come here and then I have not mentioned his name, then it's better I never show up on the show at all. And that goes to my boss, Honorable Sami Jemfi. The gentleman is doing so well. The gentleman...
You telling me?
Yes, the gentleman has given us some kind of exemplary leadership style. And above all, his loyalty. He is just one of the few who has kept their loyalty with their party grassroots or party folds. People that he followed or followed him right 10 years back up to now that we've won power. He's kept his loyalty with such people up to now. And that's Sami Jemfi. The next to it is Honorable Alex Segbefia.
You are using all your time.
Honorable Alex Segbefia.
Your time to answer my question, to be greeting your people.
And say, so good morning to you, Chairman. It's the Chief of Staff. Good morning to you. In appropriate time, we'll connect and discuss the issues before us. Chairman L.
You use 5 minutes of your time to do greetings.
No problem. Because the issue is as simple as possible. We are not doing anything that is different from what ought to have been done. The thing is that Chairman L, floods all over the world occurs. Rains all over the world falls. There are seasons for rainfalls and there are seasons for sunshine. When there's time for sunshine, what do we use our time to think about? What do we anticipate? How do we plan ahead of the rain is another thing. But I will mention 2 things as one of our problem. And then I would prefer 2 solutions, quick one. One of Ghana's problem leading to our flood is a breach of law and rules pertaining sites of building sites, places that people ought not to build. Road contractors, when they construct the drains that they construct, are they drains that will allow water to flow deep into the largest drains and into the sea? Or these are just drains to decorate as a decorated piece of the road? Of late, when constructors go to road site and you see some of the drains, the gutters, you ask yourself, so this gutter, what is the purpose of gutter? Is it to decorate the road, to make the road look more beautiful, or is it to make groundwater flow easily? And your guest just moved to Accra, in front of Accra. During the MPP era, they awarded a contract for a drain right in front of Accra main gate. Go and see the useless job that has been done there. Chairman, I can relate and that place will flat. considering the drink, the gutter, the contractor constructed there. My urine alone can flood that drain. Are we serious? Who is supervising? Who is approving that thing to continue? And that's one of our problems. Chairman, I see that going forward in the next 5 years, which I know my president, man John Mahama, is capable of doing, is that we have to embark on a serious recycling plant in all assemblies. The old system of dumping sites outmoded. Countries all over Europe, Asia, South America, Africa, most of the areas, the recycling is the way to go. And the way I know such discussion is unstable. Because without that, what the side? Individuals that will have to organize their waste and ask the waste collectors or companies to come for them. Some communities, because of their economic standard, they see payment of those monies, 10 cedis, 20 cedis, 50 cedis, to get their waste collected a problem. To me, I would suggest that areas like slum areas, like Mamobi, Nima, and other related places should be given free waste collection, so that people in the residential areas, those who can, the haves, who will continue to pay for our waste. By so doing, it will deter persons who think that they will not have money, or because of small money to pay for the collection of their waste, then when it's raised, they have to go and dump into the drains. So these are some of the few things that this morning I want to share with my viewers. And I think when we begin to analyze the situation, the world has evolved so many years before today. And the Americas, the Japans, the Chinas, we have been reading, we'll be visiting. Recycling is the way to go. And as long as some of us we exist, we begin to share our opinion and our knowledge regarding this sector, and then we believe the policymakers will listen to us. And then some of our supervisory engineers, they will be forced to do the right thing. If you are an engineer who supervised a road, and it turns out that the drains that were constructed were not up to, standard, leading to destruction of property, claims of lives, we have to go and fetch for that, look for that engineer and prosecute him. Why are we paying him? A state engineer at the road ministry, at the district assembly, you go and conspire with the contractor, and so per the design and whatever it is being given, you relent on it, you close your eyes on it, and then sign a certificate for payment. Then when it rains, it turns out that the drain after all was not as designed, as per the design.
The question as to all successive governments says this intervention. We've heard the World Bank release money that has been given to governments. Money is coming, which is sitting in the accounts for the rapid resilient grain. Why are we where we are every year?
So you see.
So where is the prevention successive government done that we are still where we are?
So one of the difficulty is corruption, because allocations, like you suggest, and then decisions have been made in the past with our international community and then bodies. Money has been disbursed to Ghana purposely for correction and then for the problem of flood. During the S-wise administration, we realized that monies were given for the purpose of even the dot drain. We sat aloof. We watched on. We saw that the drains were not being, emptied as expected. Eventually, we found that money that were meant for some of this exercise were found in the minister's bedroom.
How do you have the evidence that
Minister's
those
bedroom money that were found there?
What has money in the minister's bedroom?
The
point is that how do you determine that money was part of the money for the flood? How do you determine that? Do you have the evidence to prove that?
The evidence is that's why.
The point is that do you have the evidence to prove that the money that was found in the residency belongs to the flooding country?
Circumstantial evidence is part of evidence. Circumstantially, that's why when you are given a role as a minister, you are asked to declare assets because you hold a position of trust. So funds that were entrusted in a position, the circumstances under which those monies.
I'm not talking about the extra administration about what money has. I'm looking at interventions that have been done. Your government has been in power. You have done intervention. Currently, when you came into power, you've done interventions. Why are we where we are? It's becoming worse and worse.
I'm not talking about where we are because of corruption.
Okay.
Money that has been allocated for the solution of these problems went into individual pockets, and that is one of the issues. Our problem is that money that has been budgeted and disbursed to state institutions eventually were not used for the purpose for which they were assigned. It is one of the problems. So why do you think the engineer will go and then sign certificate for a completion of project satisfying it, when in actual sense the project should have been satisfied for payment? There's some kind of errors and improper construction or constructions. Do you understand? It's because there's a collusion and there's something that's gone past on. So it's out of corruption that these things keep on happening. Our state officers, engineers from the district assembly to the national level, persons who have been given funds to execute certain functions relent, and they went ahead to do either a shoddy work or no work at all. And that is why we have come to where we are today. It isn't as if though nothing is being done over the years. But sometimes I blame our journalists. Most of them, they like their cameras to be shooting to the parliamentarians. For whatever reason, I don't know. But I believe that some of these things, even when there's an ongoing construction of road or drains going on, the camera should be there throughout until the project is completed, so that some of these errors will be brought to light. We will begin to see some of these things as the time goes. Look, cargo right here. Go and see the drains. The contractor tries to construct between before Motos, Shalom Sport and Clapham. Whenever it rains, mess. Go and see Sakobono, Ramsar site. People have filled almost the whole slum and have built on waterways. How do you allow free passage of water whenever it rains? Chamael. So the problem is that I believe that we have to fight corruption. We have to allow the laws to work. Whenever anybody put up any structure, illegal structure anywhere, that ought not to have been. We should move as fast as possible to demolish it. We should not even wait for the footage to spring up. But I wonder, we have building inspectors in Ghana. People who build in an illegal site for 2, 4, 5, 8 years begin to stay inside until something happened before we go and say, this building shouldn't have been built there. What kind of people are we? And then we allow the building inspector to, we should be able to prosecute them.
But the point,
of corrupt people.
Because the point is that your government has been in power since 2025. we had the same, we're saying the same story we're saying today. The same discussion we had in 2025. We're having the same discussion today. As at that time, currently, we have from the government statesperson which says that between 2025 and 2026, your government has spent $13.52 million for flood prevention. My question before I go to Nana Abrampa is, has Ghana's spending been strategic enough to prevent the flooding, or have we been spending repeatedly on the same problem every rainy season?
I think the spending as it seeks to bring out whenever it occurs. You see, as whether the actual work on the ground reminiscence, okay, the spending. Okay. And that is what I'm saying, that part of the money, large sum of the money will be used on unnecessary items. And then only a few, or just a minute percentage of it will go into actual work. So you see where those, so it will come that this is the amount that have been allotted for the project, this particular project to be carried out. But it will turn out that the actual groundwork, the investment that will be made there, and that's what we have seen over the period. Thankfully, our president today is going to change things around. And so,
when they say he's going to change things around, he's been there 2025. We've spent so much, $13.5 million, 2025, 2026, and 2025 as compared to 2026, with just 70, I won't call it 72 hours of rain, maybe 56 hours of rain. Is worse than what happened in 2025. What is wrong with us? What are we not doing? Is this about just spending on a repeated problem without correcting the errors?
The president cannot be anywhere. That's why he appointed his ministers.
So you think the ministers have failed?
Not the ministers, the engineers, the bureaucrats, the engineers.
So whose responsibility is to check them?
Individuals who perform the work on the ground. And yeah, the individuals, I'm saying that we have allowed them too much of a freedom, and all that we do is to make sure they are transferred. No, this time around, we should allow the law to bite.
Okay, allowing the law to bite will send me to Nanaya Abrampa. I just want to pick your thought on this, because the question before us is not whether Ghana has spent money on floods. The question is whether the money has been spent in a way that can finally stop floods from becoming an annual national emergency. Looking at the quantum of money, we keep saying we've invested in flood preventive.
All right. Once again, El, thank you so much for having me this morning. Your question is very technical, so let me touch it in this aspect of it. Money, we say it's hardly to come by today. And then the taxpayer who hears that, hey, there are money allocated to solve this flood, and then the next day the person experienced flood. What do you think will also be the look of the face and then the mindset of these people? Now, monies that are gone, I can say 1/3 as at this today, 8 July 2026. Talking about the $300 million or whatever, they will mention the figure big. But when you go to the floor, it's not like that. I happen to engage few NADMO officials, and you ask yourself, where is the money?
Oh my goodness.
Politicians will go sign, and then at the end of the day, they will use the money for something else instead of facing the flag.
Okay, now let me help you with some figures. In 2025 budget for the Ministry of Works and Housing and Water Resources included allocation for drainage management and flood control projects. The specific items under the Ghana Hydrological Authority included a 14.05 million Ghana cedis for a national flood control program component carried over from 2024. Now, 5 million Ghana cedis for another flood control program component, 3 million Ghana cedis for flood control construction works, 779,333 Ghana cedis for 2025 National Flood Control Program component. All this was captured in the 2025 budget. Now, government continue implementation of the Greater Accra Resilient and Integrated Development Project, a World Bank supported program worth over $200 million aimed at reducing flood risk and improving drainage and waste management in the Odo basins. Government representatives stated that between 2025 and 2026, about $13.52 million has been spent on flood control activities under the GET rate. Now, based on the public available figures, the red 2025 flood control budget lies identify roughly 22 to 23 million Ghana cedis in the Ghana Hydrological Authority allocation. GET rate control expenditure reported for 2025-2026 was 13.52 million. However, these figures do not necessarily represent government spending on flood because other costs may include NADMO emergency response, local government drainage, sanitation intervention, road and storm work, compensation and relief. If government has committed millions of cedis and dollars to flood prevention, why are Ghanaians still experiencing severe flooding every rainy season? Is it the problem of lack of money or lack of planning, enforcement and accountability?
All right, thank you once again.
I'm giving a background to all this.
Yes,
I'm giving all the figures.
Yes,
if we spend all this money 2025, right down from 2024, 2025, 2026, why is it becoming worse in this case?
As I speak with you right now, the diaspora investors have also raising red flags because annually, that is every year, they send down $4.7 billion to salvage flood. And we still see flood. So do you think they'll bring in more money? That is a question.
So it's not lack of money.
It's not lack of money.
Is it lack
the
of
money comes. Yet the we don't use the money outright. I'm telling you. And when you check the report itself, it tells you somebody needs to account for some money. My brother, moving forward, okay, technically, as I said, today it's all about solution, and then policy. I told you about money, enforcement, and time itself. How do we face it? Ghana, you see, we always put things at the blind side of development, and then we rather push the blames on people who are rather innocent. And then they had to come out and answer what they don't know anything about. This is straightforward and national security threat. If I had to pay money and tomorrow this money is not used wisely, then somebody needs to answer a question. Countries like the Netherlands and Singapore are not doing better than Ghana. But now when you talk about development, they are far, far, far ahead of us. Okay? You know, from where I am coming from, they say a mere miss reported is better than a problem solved. When I report it for a solution. So when that solution works perfectly, I think we will not see it again. Why are we seeing the same cycle and then it keeps repeating every year? Money goes, money comes, and then just because we put this at nothing, we don't see how important it is to face a flood. So we ignore the problem and then the root cause instead. We ignore it. And somebody is somewhere happy because at the end of the day, he or she will enjoy. Now, do you know that it's not only about this refuse we talk about that causes the flood? You go through a community, drive through a community, and then you see a main road, somebody tipping sand, gravels, leaving, building materials on the roads that sometimes covers the bridges and then the gutters. Whose duty is it to check that where these renovations are going to take place? Don't tip the sand here. We have mortar, we have the materials that are already mixed. You can bring them straight to the side and work with it than to be dumping them. There are so many streets in Nungwa here where a woman sells food, a food vendor is using the street at a storeroom or a warehouse that she keeps all her items on the street. Nowhere here. I questioned and then did a follow-up. They are telling me she's a relative to, in fact, I don't want to mention name though. She's a relative to a former aspirant who was, in fact, this country has a lot to do. Yama dweneni yedwuma. Na yentai we menua we madam we the party bar. Let's stop that thing. Without enforcement, this will keep on coming. Monies will keep on coming. We'll keep on disbursing and then wasting the money. At the end of the day, the pure water seller at the roadside had to pay tax. And these monies will be, you see, the misappropriation of funds is also one call. Okay, at the end of the day, they will come and sit and tell you, they will set committees, inquiry of whatever.
And they'll do the blame game.
And then that is all. That is all. With these diaspora investors, I know most of them. Now, me, I'm not going to send any money again. I say, oh, please send it. It's going to be used wisely this time around because
no, isn't about time because we've done the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Okay. The flood is not being solved.
Yeah.
The flood, it keeps worsening year by year. Now it's not just Accra. Now it's going beyond Accra.
Yeah.
It's a national problem.
Yeah.
Now other cities are also getting flooded.
Yeah.
It's not about time to look at the components that contribute to the flooding. Sanitation is a big thing. Sanitation is a big thing that the country will have to turn its eye into looking at sanitation as an economic growth of the country. Instead of wasting so much money every year, giving reliefs, instead of doing preventives. And then some of the preventives we can do is not just about cleaning and collecting the refuge and going to dump it. But cleaning, collecting the refuge and see there's a value in the cleaning and the collection of the refuge that is wealth that can turn us as a nation, that will bring that cleanliness. Next, it will bring us protecting our water bodies. Then next, it will bring us wealth, creating jobs, employment for the people. It's not about time for us to start looking at that direction instead of going the way we've been going all the centuries.
All right. There was one thing I realized just last week when we experienced that flood on the Monday. Yeah, today is Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's exactly a week.
Exactly a week today.
You know, instead of creating a waterway to make this flood go through its own way, rather we're pumping the water out by digging a hole. This is my experience and where my observation took me to. And at the end of the day, where are the urban planners?
The physical urban planners.
Where are they? Oh, do you know we have a lot of estates? I'm not saying our estate developers are not doing well, but most of them, do you know they are building without drainage systems?
If Greater Estate floods on Wednesday, Greater Estate, it got flooded.
Yeah. You see, sometimes when you mention some of these institutions, it looks as if you're making them popular.
No, the point is that.
But for them not doing well,
they are not doing well because
it's not only Greater. I will not go the outskirts of this area.
No, I mentioned because this is where farmers.
Exactly. Frimpong are also flooded.
But the point is that I don't want to mention their names. Like I'm giving them advice.
They're not Legons.
The estates all are badly.
Yes, of course. No drainage system. Because the original plan there will not allow them to do the drainage system. Okay? Now go to Afienya. There are so many. I know Honorable where he's coming from. He knows what I'm talking about. Afienya, on the stretch of Afienya to Dawumu, that area, those estates there, that area, it's not a developed area.
But it got flooded.
Okay, so my observation took me to a whole lot of places that myself I asked, so where are the physical urban planners? Where are they?
They will tell you they don't issue building permits, but you have physical planning office where the person brings the permits to you, and you can check per your map that this cannot be sited in this area. So why do we still people just sign on to document without going to verify, go to the field to verify? We have city engineers who are supposed to check the materials people use to build, and they will not even go and check what materials were used to put that building there. We saw buildings collapsing. We saw walls going down. That should tell you what we need to do as a people. Why are we becoming so indisciplined? People dress up, put on their suits. They will tell you they're going to work. What work are they doing at the public space? It's not about time for government to look at the public sector and recheck the mindset of our people, because everybody feels that is the easy way to make money, is to get into the public sectors. And people go there, they don't work. And they know they don't work. They just go and loiter around, go to school, get upgraded to get more money, and they don't do anything. There are only few people within the public sector working efficiently. And even those people, they don't like them. We all need to be in the same soup. Go read graphics, do WhatsApp, do TikTok, come back home, tell your family you went to work. What did you go and do? You allow people to build on waterways. Governments that have spent so much money, we are not seeing it. It rains and becomes worse. Over 36, 40 people have lost their life. Now the rain is resetting. But people are being picked from debris. Houses are going down. Have we spent prudently over the same problem year on year? We come and sit here and talk about the flooding. We know the problem. We know the answers to the problem. Why are we not enforcing it? Government upon government. Now your government is in power. Why are they not enforcing it?
Today,
talk to me.
Chairman L,
talk to me.
If you will observe and will read in the media, you will notice that these days or this time round, there is a kind of resetting of the system.
Okay.
The Attorney General has gone to Parliament.
Are you talking about the public, the tribunal?
Yes, no. Parliament for a setting up of courts.
The tribunal?
To deal with audited accounts. That usually we hear the committee for parliamentary committee, okay, in Parliament, okay, always trying to go into the books of the audited reports. This time around, we want to prosecute persons who will be alleged or report, okay, will be deemed to have mismanaged.
But the point is that you can't prosecute somebody if you are just alleged.
No. If there's evidence, once there's a report, before the report, auditor's report will come out. It means that it's something that based on, they don't go on conjecture basis. They look into the books and pay the records and available evidence.
Now government is telling us the military is to lead.
That's the exercise
for
the clean up and then demolition of buildings in the waterway. Okay? But what I'm talking about is the legal aspect.
Are we going to demolish and live?
You will. The legal regime.
What is the value?
Currently, what the president.
What are we going to use it for?
What are we going to use for?
Because the point is that if we demolish, are we going to leave it there? Because we have made waste to look like
that will say that these days
valueless.
There's a reset of the whole system.
Because for me,
people
that amount of money your government says is spent could have set up plans to deal with waste, which will create jobs. And then if we begin to see that.
Oh, if I should step in, we produce 3,000 tons of waste every day. Every 24 hours. Every 24 hours.
Why don't we set a research to the minds of the people that look, waste is value?
That is what I'm saying. That there is a reset of the system.
Okay.
Today, to start with, my president and the government
not
of
your
the day,
president, our president, the government of
the day have
the leader of the country.
The waste collection mechanism, decentralize it to the assembly level.
We've had this over and over. It's a ritual.
The thing is that supervision, for the purpose of supervision. So before you pay a company for the contract awarded for collection of waste, you should be able to supervise and know that.
My question is not about the collection of waste. My question is, what happened after we have collected the waste?
And I said earlier that the way to go is we have to look for external investors to come, and then because the nature of the job of the establishment of waste recycling plants is voluminous. How many districts do we have? About 261, right? Government cannot have the funds. Mind you, this year, within the 18 months, government have paid $2.1 billion to our Eurobond holders alone. This money were due years back. Somebody pocketed it and ran to US.
See,
so this money,
you see where you are taking it. This conversation has not. The point is that easy, Calvin.
Yes.
This money you are talking of, there have not been any evidence. This money you are talking of, they have not saying that he took the money for sanitation purposes or for drainage purposes. And he's gone.
Do you know how much it was involved with Greek project alone? $350 million. But the money that was the amount that was assigned. No. So I wanted to pull out the details and then the breakdown of what they used.
I can give
only 7 million went into the main actual work.
I can give.
That's what I wanted to pull out and distribute.
They did not use.
I didn't bring my space. So
this has been my problem.
They did not use. They did not use 350 million. The 350 million was what was earmarked for the project and other water.
They didn't use it.
Wait.
They used it for auxiliary activities that don't matter.
Meanwhile, after last Monday flood, 70% of our drainage are still choked. The drainage 70%. They are still choked.
That has been said.
Until we change those money, can't we work?
The point is that let me come in.
When we say the government is working very well.
Listen to me. For the sake of my viewers, and for the sake of there's no rep of an MPP on the show, the MPP did not use $350 million.
The money was disbursed to the government.
The money that was disbursed for government, we know that they went in for 65 million. This is for COVID something. It happened there, right? The money that they used, according to your deputy chief director from the finance ministry, was they used 11 point out of the money. Now, according to them, the 65 million, the money was reimbursed back by the World Bank. Currently, as we speak, there was over $200 million, which is seated in the account. Your government have used 13.5 million from same account. The government budgeted for some amount of money in the 2025 budget. So those millions, so they did not use all the 350 million and use 60 and said they used 7 million.
Point
of correction.
Like you started.
Point of correction.
No problem. Like you started.
So for the sake of my viewers, they need to be educated and educated.
Issue of floods. Did it start?
We don't do politics with it. We are talking about.
That would say that issue of flood did it start with current administration?
No, nobody is saying that.
Well.
But I'm saying, I'm giving a preamble that the current administration have also spent money to make sure that we don't get a flooding, starting from 2025, continuing a 2024 project. This is the amount of money they spent. But my question is, if they spend this amount of money, why are we where we are? And the matter is becoming so worse.
We are where we are because for the past 8 years when NPP was in government. Money that were allocated for even the sitting purpose, about $43 million, was not used for the purpose for which it was. So when we came to power 2025, government has a lot of monies, statutory obligations to meet as well. So money that we collect today, instead of using it to go into these kind of projects, is being used to pay our statutory projects. Mind you, we went to DEEP, and as part of the program, we owe our foreign donors and partners monies that we should be paying, periodically. And so I'm telling you, Eurobond alone, and Eurobond is just about 1/10 of such partners. So far, within the 15 months, government has paid $2.1 billion. You know what it means? We have not talked about the other IMF monies, the Japan, the Chinas. Do you know what it means? So please, what I'm saying is that the whole system needs to be reset. Government is looking at the issue holistically, and as part of the program, our president, the president of the land, have reassessed the issue vis-a-vis the information he has received from our technocrats, and decided that look, for a long-term system, Accra needs to be decongested, and for the decongested process, the process to be carried out, it means that there will be a need for a new city, of the capital city, that will take some of the structures and the population out of, because Tema was well planned.
Is it immediate?
I said for long-term project. Immediate. He has taxed a committee, okay, that will look into the city and clearing of the waterways, and then demolition of buildings in waterways, and then looking at the engineering issue. At the same time, waste material also will be looking into, and they will look as whether what to do, because as I said initially, we don't have dumping sites. So, and the issue even of dumping sites is outmoded, it's out of use. We are in the world of recycling all over the world. And that is what I'm saying, that because of lack of funds, we slowly have to go into these things gradually. And I'm sure by
is it lack of fun?
Lack of fun, of course.
Are you sure?
Yes, lack of fun. We cannot use the lack of money meant for the consortium of hospitals or schools to go and construct recycling plant in all the 261 districts when we have not made plans for that. So I'm suggesting that, like my government have done in the power sector, we have to invite individual private sector involvement in the establishment of factories, recycling factories in all the 261 districts. When my government begins to do or invite investors in this sector, I'm telling you, Greater Accra alone, Greater Accra, the number of districts in Greater Accra, if at least every district has one recycling plant, areas that we know that keep dumping their waste in the drains will stop, because the waste itself become economically viable for some individuals, for them to collect, and then when they collect, they know that there's a ready market for them to go and then distribute their waste. Are you getting it? And therefore, you see, people are reluctant these days to clean, because when you cleaning an environment that belongs to the community becomes your burden, because you have to look for your pocket money. Even when you have the money, the collectors will not even come. And even those who collect with these kind of tricycles, do you know what they do? In the night, just imagine somebody staying in Oyarifa or staying on Sprinters, East Legon. The nearest way to go and dump the waste is home. Have you seen the distance? So on his way on the motorway, if he turns around and nobody's coming, he put the waste somewhere on other sections on the road and run away. Look at the distance. So what I mean is that the collection and then the collection of waste and the transmission process to the site is a problem. The site, even the route, how to access this time that it is raining, during this rainy season, one day take your cameras as a media, go towards home and go and see the route towards the dumping site. It's another mess. Trucks cannot go. So clean the environment and heap the waste. Where do you think, even the trucks, the company themselves, when they come and collect once, the rest they can't come again because it takes them hours, about 24 hours, to be able to offload or discharge their waste at the dumping site and return it back. By the time, who will be standing there waiting for the trucks to come back for them to be loaded?
All right, so we'll be standing there.
So the problem is a holistic one. We have to look at it, and then we'll go into recycling activity, and that is the solution for our flood. We see the two go hand in hand, Jemael. We cannot tackle flood without waste. The two go jointly together. So if I see anybody trying to find a solution to flood without waste management, then I see that person doesn't know what he's talking about.
I'll come back and ask you something, because what you're doing for the people of Upper Mena Crobble. The question is, what physical results can government point to? Government has reported ongoing completed activities, including dredging of sections of the Odo Channel, with more than 24,000 cubic meters of materials removed during the reported phase. Construction and upgrading of storm drain, local drains, culverts, road works, flood mitigation structures in areas including Aglobushi, Kwateman, Nima, Achimota, Nima, Paloma, and Carnation. Installation of equipment for the flood early warning response system involving institutions such as the Ghana Hydrological Authority, NADMO, and the Ghana Meteorological Authority. Now, the issue of public discussions is not about how much money was allocated, but how much has actually been paid out and which projects have been completed and handed over. We've heard all these things from previous administration to the current administration.
1 minute.
Let me finish. You see politicians, when it's pinching them, they can't just.
You're reading cross my mind something very important.
Wait. I'm just bringing you the facts that is there.
Yeah.
The research we've done on this thing, and I can bet you that people are not looking at how much money has been paid out, which projects have been completed and handed over, since we've heard from government upon government upon government. We have sunk so much into the flood prevention. That's why I'm saying that the construction and upgrading of storm drains, these are the things we've heard. Local drains, culverts, roadworks, flood mitigation structures. I've mentioned areas for you. The installation of blah, blah, blah. The big accountability question I'm asking this morning is the issue of public discussion. It's not about how much money was allocated, but how much has actually been paid out of the 350 million that we are talking about. Now we are apportioning blame. Now we are good people of blaming each other. If I'm out of government, I blame the current government. Mm-hmm. The current government is blaming the outgoing government, the previous administration. Which projects have been completed and handed over that we can all say attest to it? Nobody has been able to tell us. Now, how many flood-prone communities have seen measurable improvement? It's become worse year on year. That they will tell us all these things have been done, but at the end of the day, when the rain sets in, it becomes worse than it was. Okay. Now, what indicators show that the flooding has reduced because of the get-ready investment? It has not. There's nothing indicating that it has been reduced. Who is responsible for maintaining the infrastructure after the construction? We've not been told anything. All we hear is, people have built on waterways. But we say we've done interventions. Where are the tangible interventions? Where are they for us to see? What projects have been done and handed over? Why are we getting worse off every raining season? Because with all this investment, why are we getting worse? That's all my question. I'm not asking who spend what and who spend what. I just ask a simple question. But you see, when the politicians come, they set their own questions. They come and give their answers. So what you're seeking to find, they will not give you. They will not tell you exactly. They have to go. You know where Kevin was taking me? He took me into the US. He went and brought Ken Oforiatta all into this conversation. Kevin.
Until this climate change.
Politicians,
is well respected. We don't respect the climate change.
We don't respect nature.
And it will keep on hitting us. It's good you don't want to know the figure, but the figure that is being invested already and the solution, are we going to see it again or is it reduced? If I had you right.
Yeah. What indicators show that the flooding has reduced because of the investment we have done?
Yesterday, I heard an MC saying he's putting 200 cities down. Whoever sees somebody 14, report the person. I'll give. There's one thing I want to ask for an answer. The CCTV cameras in town, what are the jobs it's doing? Is it only to arrest cars, road users, or what?
Particular locations, they don't fix them.
And it's the same roadside that people are dumping refuse.
If you work critically, they are done in houses that are close to drains and not on the main streets or not on main roads. But when you go to places like Nima or the contentions, drains that are close to their houses and not on the main streets when you have the CCTV camera. So for that question.
But there are streets all over with
we mean main streets. The CCTV cameras are mostly fixed. It's not like the advanced country where we have them in their various communities.
Thank God you say advanced country. When is Ghana advancing? You see, when am I going to hear a politician talk like this? That okay. Not regional wise, not constituency, not community, but nationwide. We're going to have 5 to 10 years plan. When are we going to hear that?
We have it already.
We have it.
Just that.
So it's not enough. You see?
Yes.
You see, it's not enough.
Before government puts the national development.
I want to hear politicians promising the people of this country that, hey, we're going to connect these small gutters into the bigger rivers and then the ices. Oh, per my research, you know, when it comes to water, the river bodies and then the ices, it's our job to research on. Now, the next volume of water that is coming to hit Ghana in the next rainfall. Okay, due to galamsey, not only the ills, the sickness that is going to come, but it's going to hit us a lot. Our farmers, especially those who do these herbals, okay, they're not going to get the leaves anymore. Because when they get them and they go to the FDA, they are going to be rejected. Because they will not get the quality as they want because of this flood system. All these leaves are going to be contaminated. All these leaves that we are going to dwell on to heal the body, they are already contaminated.
But a question I'm asking is that if we distributed 8.256 million to 17 MMDAs for flood risk and sanitation activities, have we seen improvement?
I have not seen any improvement.
Your area, have you seen improvement?
I have not seen any improvement.
Because Calvin, he's from the upper Menyakrobo. Have you seen improvement?
The reason why we are not seeing much improvement is that we are just addressing sometimes from the past. They address the issue at the video level. We have to tackle the issue at the roots. You see, we have root cause of all these kind of problems. And that's what, Honorable Dr. Omani Buama of blessed memory, my boss. I work so close with Honorable Omani Baba. And there's one thing that when the issues of discrepancies came out with the Electoral Commission, he said, you have the whole room leaking. When it rains, your whole roof leaks and you mop the floor. Anytime it rains, you mop the floor. Are you solving the issue or you are just wasting time? To address issue of this magnitude, you have to solve the issue from the roof, from leaking. This is the wisdom of Dr. Omani Waba. And I think that we have to tackle the issue from the roots. And the root cause of the flooding is that people were given permit to build in illegal ways. Monies that were allocated for the city went to people's bedrooms. As simple as that.
You keep
and this
saying-
is for the reason for which
You have
we
evidence
Christians
that the money
have
from the World
always-
Bank went to somebody's bedroom?
Yes.
How? Do you have the evidence?
So evidence was upon.
No. You have evidence.
Yeah, unexplained
No, the
wealth.
point is that do you
But
have
people are-
evidence?
Chairman.
Do you have the
Yes,
it's a very
yes.
simple.
Evidence was about.
This is a national platform. And that's a very simple question.
Evidence was-
Do you have the evidence to show that this World Bank money
Plenty money
was given to one person to go and put it in his bedroom?
Yes.
In her bedroom?
I have the evidence.
You have the evidence.
I have the evidence.
So if the person should probe now, his appeal
I
is
have the evidence.
Kevin is
I have the
Kevin
evidence.
has his own matter. We disassociate ourselves
have
from
the
it.
evidence.
As a media house, MBN, we are not
If I'm
associated
put in
to
a
it.
position of trust,
What I'm
and I
saying
cannot
is we
explain money
are
that you
not.
found in my bedroom, what it is, and at the same time, when the money
Did the court hold
you
it
gave me
responsible?
money
No,
for execution of a
the point
project.
is that did the court said he has taken.
A years later, I came to find out that our money is in my bedroom. I
Did the
cannot
court
explain to you.
prove that he's taking the money?
Circumstantially, it should. It was. It should be. It should be. At that time, the court was not interested in going to the.
But if you think you have the evidence, you can still go to court.
That accountability.
No,
Oh yes.
you can still
Oh
go
yes,
to court.
yes. It's not a matter that is completely done.
So, I repeat, a near miss reported and fixed is better than a disaster responded to. Now, you know our problem. Instead of re-engineering our areas, that most these flooding areas can be converted into parks, recreational centers.
But we've sold our recreational centers.
Yes.
Where will kids go to play?
Yes.
We've sold all.
But for now, go to Tema Committee 3 and see.
We've sold everything.
You see, and you ask yourself, those sitting in the offices. Now, if we should say enforcement, yes. We don't enforce the law, excuse my French, on animals. It is human being. Now, because he is in power or in opposition, everything looks the opposite way or direct way for him or her. You see, so the enforcement, the laws becomes weaker. And somebody did it, the person wasn't punished. Why wouldn't I also repeat it? That is the issue we are facing as Ghanaians. We should stop giving the permit in these flood areas, the zones. We are still giving permit. And who gives the permit? Is it me? Whose signature? Who signs on those documents? You understand? Look at Kokatamanso. This bridge has been there for years. I use that stretch to either the eastern corridors, so I know that bridge very well. Somebody should come tell me, apart from last Wednesday, he or she has seen a flood, that bridge, experienced that flood before. That bridge has been there years. So I'm talking about the Kokatamanso one, the main station, where the school is. I use those stretch always, all down to the Ochibweku boundaries. You understand? And the question is, they keep on saying the same thing, and you don't know how to swallow that.
053-715-8638 is the number. You can also join the conversation. If we spend so much money as we claim. With all the investment from the World Bank, we contracted those loans 2019, 2000, and 2024. $200 million came in. 150 million came in, bringing us to par to 350 million. What has come of it? Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Please, your name.
Mr. Morris.
Mr. Morris, 60 seconds, Yanko.
I'm very young.
TV.
Now, and it's me, my mom. And it's me, my mom. Say, oh, yeah, oh, ma, say, we have a news. Because, you question, not what in our way, no one come on as me. And now, fair so over, if you get it, you will say, now they make them not say, well, you are at us, you will so a condition for what would you? You said someone can mean, who said, you are fair, effort. Now, we come So I'm very mama that we bring her for one as well as so. I didn't know that. So where are we? Then there's a way that part of my son. There's something that puts you that's what I come with you. And my nana put you in the figure of our way and I can't put you in the black eyes. Ghana, what I say, Mr. Kufa, the Maoyan, a point, it's next Monday, and you come home. Now, I'm very mamma, who's rich. No, we near my apostle of Ghana, I wouldn't Ghana for you, I wouldn't because of my very good work with her. Friday, by a first soon, young Papa, of my very mamma, for all the time, someone has seen the Kufa, but you must say, and near my head. And here you see all day, and the first said, but yeah, the few half a month for what's happening? Got the video. Well, you put the society level in Papa, you said, oh, people soon, what has here and so you know. But when you see the bread of Sukasa, you have been an excellency of town, Mamma, you have been a good year, the home, yeah, Casa. Then you go next Sunday. Mamma, vice president, what's twice? It is no shit of bullshit. Ah! You know we have to attack forward the money. The bullshit. And so, if you see, go, you move very mamma, mamma, and half more, and you are like chair, and go for. And now, whatever that talk, you push a family and be up at that. Family is you, and to
all right, Mr. Morris, thank you so much. Time as we see no being so for 0537158638 is the numbers. You can also join us when you call. Please make sure the volume on your TV set is down so we can have conversation on the phone. Hello. I just said you have to let the volume on your TV set goes down that we can speak with you. But your volume is on.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Your volume is still on.
I'm from the room. Yes, please. Please.
We are listening to your name and where you're reaching us from. Hello. I think we've lost him. 0537158638. Aquinya or who wants to be to me afraid you are doing tre. Afa ma otivi no volume no call from me and casa phone so I Mr.
Hello.
Ma otivi no volume no call from me and casa phone so. Hello, good morning. So ofra yesrew ma otivi no volume no manonko from kra e man ye feedback e science me no ntwetwe nkomo ntwetwe na e wo phone so ye bete wa ha omo mutie so bete wonka ba otie wo TV no so na oni akasa and have a good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning, sir.
This is not a radio station, this is a TV station.
Here, please. Good morning.
Good morning.
But yes, but I was talking that I'm finding from water to when the thing went off.
Okay,
but
so
my brother, I like your discussion this morning. It's about nationality, what we have in our heart. But because in respect that we have for the nation, we don't have any plan. When NDP is in power, it's NDP. That's good. When the NDP is in power, it's NDP. That's good. My brother, I was born and bred in whole year. I've never ever seen a flag in Igbo before. But in year back, we've witnessed a flag no. I was in what makes me move from that whole year is that, my brother, there are lawless people in this country. We are lawless people in this country. Look, when I was coming from Medina to Koglu the last time, what I saw, people were dumping refuse. People did not have
quite interesting. I think we've lost him all the way from the Volta region, also sharing his experience with us. You can also do same on 053-715-8638, 053-715-8368, or you can send us a message via WhatsApp or SMS on the same number. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Morning,
But your name, where you reaching us from? All right, thank you so much. 053-715-8368. But your ofra, what about doing what trade be our fee? What lower the volume of your TV set? Now you didn't come on our phone also. Omomuti a better one or TV no so na menti on who TV no so any interesting come on. Stop listening to yourself on the TV. Just send us. Let's have conversation on the phone. 053-715-8638. I'm here this morning hanging out with Nanaya Abrampa and also Kelvin Wayotete, who speaks for government. He's a communication team member from the Upper Minya Krobo, joining us this morning all the way from the eastern region, seated here in the Greater Accra with us. He's vying to become, we'll go into the details maybe at the tail end of the conversation, but in between time and now, you can also call us 053-715-8638, 053-715-8638. Mienta wonka anope that we can. But whilst waiting for the calls, let me pick all of you your thoughts on those few headline stories in the various newspapers this morning, where we have some reports on some other story. This one says the new publisher has a story: dead men on payroll. 4 ghosts chopped 7.4 million for 7 years.
Oh, I had to respect your viewers, and I had to respect you yourself, and I had to, in fact,
respect yourself.
Yes, of course, to reciprocate
your family.
My thank very well whilst I answer or comment on this very headline.
Okay, so the headline is dead men on payroll. 4 ghosts chopped 7.4 million Ghana cedis. Finance Ministry delivers 700 million euro bond settled ahead of schedule. 1,300 security applicants have HIV. Worrying situation. Oforisapon becomes Unimac first chancellor. Ramaphosa visit snubbed. Minority seeks clarity. Which of the topic interests you?
I want to pick the first two.
The dead men.
I want to pick the first two. Yes.
You have 1 minute on it.
Okay. Do they have Ghana card?
Who?
Those ghosts.
Dead.
Do they have Ghana card? Which institution were they working with?
You want me to give you the
which government was in power then? You see, I told you the money will be disbursed and will be spent, and then they had to allocate it to somewhere just to make it look like somebody really did a job. You see,
that's good.
This ghost names all the way from our National Service Secretariat to anywhere of our institutions. It's happening. How do we get it off? We can get it off by identity. Okay, a whole company, let's say Mbn Networks, management can decide today, tomorrow, all workers should come and reapply. It's not any punishment or any thing done to do head counting. We call it head counting to be sure that this salary that goes to this account the person lives and is in existent. Oh, go to our various banks and ask them. They know what is going on. You know, I save in a bank where every Friday, if you could check your short message systems, talking about the SMS, you see an amount drop in your account. But on an attempt to go report at the bank or use your ATM to check, then they move it fast just to make a report on it, just to make sure the auditors, the account office, whoever is in charge knows that yes, there was a amount sent to this customer. But the question is, who checks all this? Why should it come at this time?
So we have ghosts who are withdrawing money?
Oh, everywhere.
Everywhere.
All the institutions, we have it happening.
We have ghosts.
Now, the second one, you said, as for the South African president, I have nothing against him, but I have siblings, relatives who were victims to this xenophobia. They are in Ghana now. Maybe one day I'll bring one to you to interview. It's not what we are hearing or what we are seeing. No. It is deadly and madly. What happened to our Ghanaians there, the foreigners in South Africa, is deadly and madly. So what is the president coming to Ghana to do?
He's coming to shake hands. It has been in long.
It is too late.
We're not diplomatic.
It is too late.
It's not a current.
It is too late. He should think about himself.
All right, he should think about himself. Your 1 minute is done.
Repeat your headline.
You
repeat your three headlines. The headlines.
You want the headline?
Your headlines that you directed. Can you go?
So your mind was not here. You were checking prices.
But you my mind to ask.
No, the point is that you were checking prices. You were checking on prices on the convert and then checking up on the Cecilia Dapa. Is that it? I said 1,300 security applicants. According to the Interior Minister, their medical report shows they are HIV.
You see, the time of lamentation is well over. This time around, under President, His Excellency President Mahama, action.
He's going to prevent people from having HIV.
Resetting and action.
He's going to prevent people from having HIV as well.
Issue at the surface these days. Okay. We want to solve from the root cause.
Of how people why people contract
HIV. And that's why you see that the police is going to start soon. So we are going to start the root cause and address the issue once and for all.
Okay.
That's right. Chairman, I read Save yesterday and I was surprised. Very, very, very surprised.
Why are you surprised?
I was surprised of the number because of the number. But I am not oblivious of the existence of the STI.
It's not STI, this HIV.
Yeah, HIV is STI. It's sexually transmitted disease.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that now it has turned from the STI to HIV.
Yes, HIV, yes. And then the issue is that Ghanaians, I don't know whether Ghanaian society, we are so oblivious or we are so reluctant of existence of a problem. Or it's a doubtful mind. Look, this thing has been there with us long ago. When you have a friend, doctor, medical doctor, they will tell you the stages of HIV among the school youth. It's all because of drug. The drug usage in our secondary school to our university is escalating to a crescendo.
How did it start?
It started long ago.
How many years ago?
Over 20 years ago.
I was thinking you were going to blame some government.
20 years ago. We were not paying attention. So now, it tells you that persons are working with serious infections. And it hit me when I read that 1,300 young men. Yeah. And then 6,000.
It's not just men.
Yeah.
It's both. It's both men.
Of our young. Yeah. And then we have 6,000 recruits also being detected to be under drug use of various kinds.
Chairman L, this is a serious national security threat. It's a national security threat to our nation. When you have your youth, your prime youth, who work hard to support the development of this country, be sick and be mentally defective. What is the future? Where is the future of Ghana?
Well, the future of Ghana, AG uncovers 5.2 billion, 5.27 billion rot in 2025.
Let me touch on the recruitment system. 1999, I went to Cape Coast to, take a form just to be part of the Air Force, the Ghana Air Force, and I experienced it, and it's a process. So my opinion would differ from what the minister came out with. He need to come out again to answer questions. He has caused fear and panic into the system, directly or indirectly. Now, when was the last date for the recruitment? And he's not coming out to say this.
Oh, they have to go through process.
Go through process. Now, all those who have failed were given a test, a number to test to find out if it's me or not. But before calling you to find out if it's me or not, the fear and panic in me.
No, they have already done that. This is just a report of that has been brought to the point.
You see, he should have made it a sensitization way to sensitize the youth that we should be careful on this and that act, instead of coming out to say 1,300. Now it's a process. Recruitment is a process. You go for body checks. After body checks, you do an exams. After the exams, I'm coming. After the body check, you do exams. Before the medicals is the last thing.
They have finished it.
So
do you know when they did the medicals?
I'm coming. I am looking at the time he is coming out with this report.
The report has been out long ago.
So the 1,300, where are they? What solution? What has he done to help those people? He had to come out and answer more questions.
If you ask this question, I'll say to you. They have been contacted already.
Mm-hmm.
You see, at any given time, those who failed the medicals, then they contact them.
So how would I know that this person that is my friend was a victim? I did not to know.
Yes.
Hey,
you did not to know.
So is the minister helping the spreading of it?
Issue of personal or individual health matters is privacy. So you ask a brother, whoever, unless the person decides to share, you need not to know by law.
So then I also keep on spreading.
No.
Hello.
It's not a matter of spreading.
No, technically.
All right, just hold it. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, morning.
Abby. Abby, it's you. Sister Second. Yeah, Joseph.
Yo.
Maybe the judge.
MPP for and not almost at all now and so I said that I am Mamma will be okay. You will not and you found for company about to call and some of the car I am good at all yesterday. That's why I didn't know if I get up on track and the country of our family. It is all minor thing that is power. Almost no one you cannot find in a ọmọ paso ọmọ ntẹsi maame kọ ẹyẹ anything recruitment na access maame náà ń tẹ̀lé ní àwọn ẹni rẹ ẹni wọ́n kọ́ ọ́ láti àyà ṣe yí àwọn dèmọ́ yà dá máa fẹ́ ìlú tó fi yẹn lọ yẹ kí wọ́n tẹ̀ máa mọ̀ náà dèmí tí wọ́n ní kásá tẹ̀ mọ́ ẹni ìyẹn fún mi náà náà yà á lè rẹ̀ sí ìjọba táwọn fún àwọn ọmọ ní náà èyí ká ẹ̀sìn lọ yẹ wọ́n gánà ẹ̀sìn ìfọ́nrúkúrú wọ̀pọ̀ ẹni tí fọ́ sẹ́wọ́n ẹ̀kọ́ yìí táwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n yọ ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣòwò á ẹ̀rù wọn yàtí tẹ̀ ń ṣe yẹ yẹ̀wò náà wọ́n kò ní sáwọn ọ̀ṣẹ́ yẹ̀yẹ́ ìṣòwò yẹ ayé àkóso ìyẹ̀kọ́ yẹ̀yẹ́ ìṣòwò yẹ ṣèyí ní wọ́n pátápátá èsì yẹ̀yẹ́ kọ́ àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ tó yẹ̀yẹ́ tẹ̀tẹ̀ bí o ṣe ṣe yẹ lẹ́yìn ọ̀rọ̀ ìtàká ẹ̀sì yẹn bá àwọn bàbá tẹ̀ káta tó lè bí wọ́n yẹ ìṣòwò ká kẹsàn-án yẹn ti fẹ́ yẹ ọ̀pọ̀ wà ó yẹ ó ti lè kùtù wọ̀ kó
All right, thank you so much. AB, all the way from Akwitia, joining us. You heard of the Met, the drug from Ghana to Australia. Government officials are linked to the Aussies $208 million Met bust, according to the Interior Minister.
I heard the Interior Minister say so.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, my brother. Your name, where are you reaching us from?
Mr. Jones, 24 hours in America, among human 24 hours, electric wave, the la vie de mort. Fait moi na ya también se nada a lo que cae. Porque más yo una ya cambiar. Na un cambio más canalizado de data na un será de ya eso. O también hay que ver que muy de na servicio de todo más y ya pues yo a todo favor nunca hay que estar solo para decir más de tem maravilha isso muito mais que leve é um compromisso nem a minha quando eu tive o seu filho e disse a ele pode abaixar uma prima mas ele vai fazer a pessoa vai uma coisa de filho e para o cima que for quase de quase quase é bom só ali uma coisa para que for quase mas que for quase na uma atividade advogada, uma questão de proposta que eu vou ter aí. Pois não pode emanar ao erro, a direção atual. Todo igual eu não estou, teria mais de da direção. Então, o seu amigo, só não vai pedir na perigo. Assim que eu pedir a perigo, é
all right, Papa Jones here, that's say. Have a good morning out there. Government officials linked to the Aussie 208 million Met bust. Nigeria Minister Mutaka. We're answering that.
Yeah.
You see, when you heard the story, what happened?
The thing is that he puts the statements without specifying.
It's a government official.
Yeah, so that is left open. And then, meaning that it has not been finalized. So, in appropriate time, we will know who were those government officials who compromised or lynched on their duties that led to the slippage of these drugs outside Ghana. But then,
if they are linked to it, did they slip on their job or they allow it to be a part of it? They are part of it.
They said
they are linked.
They lynched or lynched on their functions or in the security system. Okay.
Defending the indefenseless.
No, he didn't say they were corporate or they were part of the syndicate. Neither. He didn't say so. He didn't say that this guy.
I love Calvin so much, right?
He didn't say so. What we heard was that these are officers who learn in the course of their duty is in relation to security system. I get it. That does not mean they are part of the syndicate. That's what.
So if you allow it to go, aren't you part of it?
No, maybe they, instead of maybe activating the security system at a time, or maybe
what
observant with the security
what
system.
stopped them from activating it? Was it not a ploy? It's not part of it.
You know that you and I were not there.
So the same way you can't speak for them. So that's why you can't say that because they did.
But I'm basing my analysis based on what came from the minister.
All right, let me read one or two messages that has come in. Our time is almost gone. This one from Mbn from Kwabenya. Mbn says, good move taken by government for not allowing South African president to visit. It shouldn't end there, but government should also take a decision on their businesses here in Ghana too, because if they don't want us in their country, then they shouldn't also do business here, period. And he sends his long greetings to the chief of staff and then honorable to at the port. Then Capito, Gosomensha, it's a disgrace to have Ghanaians when the minister is saying those went for medicals, over thousands have HIV. If you can't give youth jobs, this is what you should do, or what 2020 is just around the corner. Regards to Dr. Mahmoud Bamia. Of course, more can be and Tasumukra Capito. Well, to force him caught off guard, AMA leases 2 public lands for 90 years without his approval.
Oh, you know that's my MP.
I haven't said anything.
You know, no. You know that's my MP. Atuforce is my MP.
Atuforce caught off guard. AMA leases 2 public lands for 90 years without his approval.
Okay, so you know, sometimes some of the headlines that some of the stories that comes at the headlines, and you know, I don't know if I'm coming from maybe because I'm coming from the angle as a broadcaster. I don't know.
The Ramaphosa is persona non grata in Ghana.
You see, this 1992 constitution, I think, need to be not reshuffled, not remixed, not revisit, but I think need to be looked at again. There are some powers given to these officers that they are abusing, and nobody, holds them accountable. You understand? With these headlines that are coming this morning, I ask myself, do they know the Act 2003 of the our Constitution? There are 663 of our Constitution that binds you, in fact, guides you at will and shaping you. But because the party in government is also supporting, he or she will do the rot. I will keep on being a citizen and not a spectator of this country. Like a president, a former president said we should be. That one cry, he copied from the US. So it's a lesson we are picking out, that we should be citizens and not spectators. And me, whenever I talk, and I one had to twist my tongue to either to favor the NDC or the MPP, no, I'm a Ghanaian. When it's good, I'll talk about it. When it's bad, I will talk about it. Then we look for solutions. Money that you hear government spending, not all that are coming from the loans, the whatever. It is from our tax. It's from our tax. If I show you my pay slip, the tax that being deducted a month alone, you not only you being astonished, but maybe you ask why.
Is it now or before?
Now.
Before you were not paying tax.
What I'm saying is,
what
I'm saying is, if I show you my pay slip, and you know the more your pay is being increased, the more tax you pay. You know, but as an essential worker.
Are you related to Reverend Martin?
No.
The president moderator?
No. We are talking about national.
The same language.
No, we are talking about national issues. Okay, and this is where Ghana has gotten to. We should stop doing the partisan politics. Okay, and face the fact. See, our unborn generations are coming, and one day they will look straight into our eyes and give us the French words. If this is how we're going to handle this economy, our unborn generations will one day come and put straight the finger into our noses and eyes and then mention French words to our hearing. Why am I saying this? It's like all political parties are having their networks that support them. So if it's not through this network or this media platform, then it had to favor the opposition or had to favor the sitting government. Where did we go wrong?
Where did we go wrong? 053-715-8638 and numbers, and I can do one or two calls. Then we can wrap up for today's edition of the Morning Focus. It's been an engaging one. It's been interesting. I've asked my questions. I demand some answers. You also have your thoughts on the issues that has come up. You can also share with us in a minute. 053-715-8638. 053-715-8638 is the numbers. You can also let us hear you. Carvin is here from the NDC. He speaks for the NDC. He's a communication team member. Apa Benyan. And he's here with us. The man aspiring to be an MP one day. The ambition is there. He's looking forward to become MP to lead the people of Menya Upper come 2028. Yeah. Come 2028. So if you are listening to him, just listen to him carefully and ask him, what does he bring to the table? What can he do for you if he comes seeking your vote? You ask him, what can he do for you in the next 4 years? Don't ask him any other thing. Be able to explain himself. What can he do for you in the next 4 years? When he gets the power and the mandate. When you choose him to lead you.
I will pull you along to go and answer that question for me.
Well, it's 053-158-638, 053-7, the numbers on your screen are over to me, and they are in Como, and Anope. Hello, good morning. Nyamiadu Moboga. It's you, Boga. Yes, yeah, that's have a good morning there. Boga also joining us. Let me pick 60 seconds of your time. Wrap up.
All right. I think it's a collective decision that need to be taken. So I charge all hold our community owners, talk about our chiefs and elders in our communities should also get on board to fight this flood. We should sensitize our people to know what the repercussions are, talking about this flood. Then again, is our hydrological services, those who are in charge, sending us text messages. In fact, they should try and give us the correct answers. We know they are using machines to detect the volume of water that is coming, but sometimes they will tell you it will rain in the morning, and then the next 2 days you don't see anything. Yes, they should be specific and know your zone. If I'm in Crowell constituency, you know, sometimes the text messages comes direct because of your jurisdiction. They should let us know it is within my jurisdiction. Maybe I'm moving from Crowell and I'll be going to Lower Manya Crowell for business. Then I'll know that, hey, where I'm going to, there's going to be a heavy rainfall. Then I protect myself.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me pick 60 seconds of your thoughts.
I will say a big thank you to my two brothers, Honorable Alex Befia, Honorable Abraham Ferguson, and my big brother Solomon at Bost. This morning, colleagues, I greet all of you. I extend my warm greetings to you. In appropriate time, we'll connect at the other side of this.
All right. And
thank you so much.
Appropriate side, he will connect. We want to say a big thank you to my panel, Kevin from the Upper Benya Krobo, who speaks for the NDC. He's a communication team member. And also Nanaya Abrampa, he's a marine researcher and also a broadcaster and port operation assistant.
Wow.
I want to say a big thank you to my viewers, to my callers, my texters. I appreciate all of you. On behalf of my entire production team, stay blessed, stay informed, and keep watching Mbn TV. My name is El Samuels. Good morning, and God bless.